Well, sometimes, mate, you have to miss it.
Hmm?
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you, dude?
Good, and you, dude?
Good, good. I'm doing great.
Chilling down? Dog? You, dude?
Good, good. Yeah, basically, GJ just went up, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Popped out of nowhere.
Well, we expected it to go up, right? Because it made a high yesterday. It made a
Mm.
high yesterday. Like if you look on the 4 hour and the 1 hour here,
Yeah.
this just from late Asian just kept making higher highs and higher lows and boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I got in London.
Oh, nice.
About 20 pips.
Man, if I woke up in London and got 20 pips, I'd be sleeping right now.
I know.
Morning.
Yeah, I got the same thing.
Hey, good morning, good
I
morning.
So I'll go back to sleep.
Yeah, London was good.
Yeah, I looked at the London channel and everybody got GJ vibes, and I'm like, wow, such straight FOMO over there for me.
I didn't capture as much as I should have because that's not the session I was supposed to be trading. But I saw stuff that was really good.
Gold popped up a little, but now it's not a resistance again. It's just ranging. Oh, you're leaving tomorrow, right?
No, I'm leaving today.
Oh.
Yeah, flying out this evening, 6:30. Flying out in the evening. Man, I don't even want to trade after watching this just go up.
Yeah. Such a shame.
Maybe if it comes down, I don't know. We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
I think there's gotta be some sort of correction. What
Hmm.
do you think? That's what I'm here. I'm looking for corrections for selling.
Man, I think you really overtrade a lot, Mac. Honestly, like I'm not trying to roast or anything. I'm just from my observation,
I know.
and it's bad for your because like I've stopped trading the Asian session. I've stopped trading London.
I don't trade Asian anymore.
Oh yeah, I know. So I just come over here and I just take my one or two trades and then I'm done. Because
Right.
like think about
A
it.
lot.
If
Yeah. But
like if you're waking up in the London and then you're in New York and then like you're not getting any sleep, it's not good for health.
I do get sleep. I get after I'm done. I've been leaving early, so I'm. I don't wait for you to be done with the stream. I get out like at 9. Then I take and then I go back to sleep like 3-4 hours. I think that's enough. Huh?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. So I'm good. I'm not trading every session. My eyes are not stuck in the charts. I'm working. I
Yeah,
stay
you do work. That's good.
and I work. It's not that I'm sitting on my ass looking at the charts 24/7. Now, what happened yesterday? Because it was past 11, and I saw GJ, heading out. You would have done the same if you had seen that setup. Tell me now.
Yeah, I just see how I was reacting when I was in your stage, and
Mm.
I had to change it, and I changed it, and then things changed. You know what I'm trying to say? You need to make a change to see a change.
Well,
Mhm.
I'm seeing change.
Morning, gentlemen.
Hey, good morning,
I
Chris.
mean,
What
again,
up?
Hello, Chris.
the way I'm
Hello,
seeing
hello.
the way I'm seeing change
Morning,
is that I'm
Chris.
being that I'm being more profitable than I was before, and I'm actually making actual money now because I stopped trading nation and I only take. I was in Chris's stream for how many minutes?
Um, no more than half an hour, probably.
Right, and then I went back to sleep. I took a nap,
Yeah,
and I woke
yeah.
up today. I mean, a couple hours after.
To be fair, that was pretty disciplined in London. You
Yeah,
literally turned up, did your thing, got off.
I just got in
That's
20 pips. If I see a good move in London, that's it. I wait for London Open and then I'm out. Instead that rakeel probably thinks that I'm stuck in the computer, like just like looking at the charts.
yeah, I
But
don't need the
yeah,
chats, man.
I,
Like
I
yesterday, I
get.
turned it off yesterday, and that was it. I was done after New York yesterday. That was it. I didn't look at all. I was like, I went to bed.
I guess I always trade, but not the way he thinks. I don't know.
Morning, guys.
What up, man?
Hey, Dennis.
Oh, got Dennis here.
Oh, man.
A hockey game tonight.
Okay, what's this here? Gold, 2 hour. Buy stop, 13 pips above this high. Monthly level 1635. Perfect.
If it breaks that resistance, he out.
Yeah, if it breaks that. Looking at the wow, weekly's just going. I really wonder how many people are holding sells here on gold.
Yeah, don't play that game.
Yeah. Oh, weekly also exited that area we talked about for the last 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
GJ has reached the highs here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Looking at daily now, it's a similar position to, well, kind of to where gold is, if that makes sense. We're quite high up on
Yeah.
the scale of things. It's just you got to kind of see what happens now. I think there'll be opportunities though, for sure, but it's getting to that scary level where you kind of not 100% what's going to happen next.
You don't know what to do.
Oh, I know what to do, man. You just got to wait, wait, jump in.
You sure know what to do, mate. Just wait.
Yeah, man.
Just wait. Cockney. Oh shit! Popped up.
Oh.
What moved 1 pip? I didn't see nothing move at all. What
The
moved?
gold.
Oh, gold. Oh, yeah.
Gold took out the high.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it broke.
Yeah, it did, yeah. Shit's not closed yet, though, man.
All right. Your JPY 30-minute chart. I think you need to see a bullish candle forming here for a buy. You know, to be honest, I'm gonna look for a short a short on GJ here coming down to 143,900 if that formulates. I'm gonna look at it below, like, 144, 160. If it happens, if it happens. If it doesn't happen, then I'm not taking any trades today.
A quick scalp on that. Okay.
Put the level at 152, rakeel, not concerning slightly to the left on the 30 minute. A previous high that we broke earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'll just see where the price line is now, basically.
Oh yeah. So, like, like if price starts to break below here, like this candle, if this closes bearish, then there's going to be opportunity for the next one to continue down to, first of all, fill this wick and to continue down here. Oh yeah.
That's the bit I was looking at. Sorry, I meant that bit. That's all right.
Yeah, that's why I have it here, because, like,
Yeah, I see.
a new high was made here instead of here.
I got you, man.
Oh, your trade's about to get triggered.
No, I don't have any.
No, I mean like your idea.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, gold. That would have been an opportunity, I think.
Oh, gold, you're just on a rampage. Oh,
yeah, man, hard. It's awesome. Killing people.
Wow.
Yeah. Now I gotta wait for gold to retrace because this is just insane. I think gold will probably hit like the 1700s because the Federal Reserve's balance sheet is actually hitting 2008, 2009's highs. So it's a lot of printing of the US dollar right now.
Hey, Rakeel.
Hey.
What's going on, brother?
Hey.
I have a quick question for you. I don't know if you've done this, but if you set a buy stop before you go to bed, it plays out and everything, do you trade the next morning?
If I have a buy stop overnight?
Yeah, like I caught the GJ move last night. I set the buy stop.
Yeah.
Made a nice, got a nice move. But would you trade that next morning, or are you like done?
I'm probably gonna take it really, really easy, like really, really light.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing.
Yeah, because in one day I'm looking to, like, trade one or two trade ideas, and if I get one nice big move, then I'm done.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like yesterday I caught one GJ buys, and that was about it. That's the only one I took yesterday.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I've just never placed a trade overnight before. That was actually the first time.
Nice, and it worked out perfect.
Yeah, I bought at actually I set the buy stop at 143.875.
Hey, Stefanos.
What's up, brother?
Not much, you?
Nothing much. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Nice trade in GJ.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I was looking at that and I was like, it's time for me to start because I do all these analysis for trades to play overnight and I never take them just because I'm like, I wasn't that comfortable just taking trades and walking away, but now I'm starting to get better and more confident where I could just take a trade and, like, say for instance this morning, and then just walk away and go about what I'm doing.
Very nice. Where did your buy stop get triggered?
143, 785, and then
Oh, was that? Oh, then it faked out on you. Is that what happened?
no, so what I was waiting for was it was in this range from like 143,759 to 143,650.
Mhm.
And it was just ranging out, and I wasn't going to take a trade at all until it broke out of that. Then it broke out of it, and it faked out on the 30. I don't know if you see that wick going up.
Yeah.
So once it did that, I was still waiting for it to break out of that range, and then it was starting to become like 11:30, 12 o'clock, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to just sit here and wait and take a trade and just stay up all night instead of buy stop, because after this range, I was thinking it was going to pop up like it did. So, I set that buy stop, and then it triggered it on a wick. Then it came down a little bit, retraced a little bit on forming a support, and then I took another position and then went to bed.
Very nice.
Nice one.
Beautiful.
It was a nice setup.
Okay, well, did you take that on as it moved, or did you wait?
No, I'm in no trades.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were considering it. It moved pretty quick, that.
Yeah, no, I'm in no trades at all.
Yeah.
The problem with gold, like that would have been awesome for a buy stop, but where the hell's your target?
Exactly.
It's like your target's back in March 2013.
Yeah.
Ted scared me away from gold yesterday.
No, this could be the retrace here on gold. Trade of the day.
Check it out.
We set levels yesterday, man. Where to go if we keep going. Where you were looking makes sense. That
Where
2013.
2013.
Yeah, I think Daniel just said 2013. There's a weekly candle there, which I was looking at yesterday between 18 and 23, which I think is a pretty steady move, but
2000.
Yeah, March 2013.
So someone sent this chart here, GP CAD. If you're looking for sells, you're right. Like it's making a low, so you want it to do a little bit of retracement to continue down. Because like CAD is strong. Like CAD is really, really strong. Because CAD has really good data yesterday. So like that would push GP CAD lower too. And if there's some easing with this bullish momentum, then you're gonna see that your CAD here will fall more. GP CAD. Ooh, what's this? AUD JPY. Man, I don't even know why you're trying to trade AUD JPY when both markets are closed. You wrote in caps. Can you look at my chart, please? Yeah, this is just a bad. I don't know. Like it's closed. Like this is like going to the club in the morning. When there's nothing there. You don't do that.
People.
Yeah, exactly. Like you see all the homeless and the drunk, just outside there. So it's just no use because
all the trash.
Yeah, all the trash. Because Australian dollar market is closed right now. The yen market is closed right now. So there might not be enough volume for this trade to play out. I mean, you have to use your brain at this point, right? Now, if you look at GBP/JPY, the pound is open and yen is closed, so it makes sense to trade GBP/JPY, right? Like logic just dictates that this is a bad pair to trade in a session when it's all closed.
It looks here like gold is breaking out. What's the target again, you said? Chris?
I have 16.
For what, man? Oh, I didn't hear what you're talking about. Sorry, I was reading.
Target?
On what, man?
On gold.
Oh, I thought 18 to 23 in my opinion, but
1823?
no, 18 to 23, 16, 18 to 16, 23. That was my kind of just what I was looking at yesterday. But you got to get there yet, man. I'd rather see it form a bit of support first and then have a go at that probably.
Yeah, I'm
We'll
gonna
see.
do that too. Like wait for a little bit of a.
Yeah, I ain't playing yet. There's no point.
Yeah.
To be fair,
I
you
think-
probably could have took a trade. Hang on, let me just put around this. Oh shit! Sorry.
Oh.
That's what I do. You do think. Oh, kind of around that level there. You potentially could have
Get
took a trade
retest.
break in that.
That's
Yeah.
the thing about gold is that sometimes it does not give a shit and just does not retrace and poof.
Yeah.
It's
1611.
I got in at 16.13.
Hey Chris, wouldn't that disturb you there? That wick?
I'd aim to fill that first, and if it continued,
Yeah.
great. That'd be like a target level, and then obviously wherever rakeel's got its own, that'd be kind of. You'd have to look on lower time frame to get entry, I think, probably because it moved pretty quick. But
Yeah, this
If
looks
I-
pretty good there. That 15-minute, that closed above.
yeah, that's where I'd kind of been looking. As long as it broke the structure, and then I'd go to see if it continued. Just check the time, make sure it's not going to catch you out. And
Yeah.
see if it keeps running, then obviously you can close at that point where the candle was.
Does gold do similar pushes to what GJ does in the last half of the hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, this is moving. Already up 10 pips.
Who said they
Ooh.
were looking for sales on GJ?
Me.
Oh?
Yeah, that could be. It's at a major resistance on the 4 hour.
Oh, yeah. I was looking for a test.
Yeah.
Wow, Rakeel, thank you for that trade.
Oh, you're welcome.
The only trade that Dennis has done in how many years already, Dennis?
Long time.
Oh, what's this? What is this? EJ 30-minute. Resistance formed in uptrend. Broken cleanly. Oh, nice. Place buy limit order. Perfect. Man, you could have held the runner here. The runner would have went nice.
Yeah.
Oh, this is now reached this high point here. What is this? Oh, is this what you were talking about, right? From 2013.
Oh, I'll send a chat what I was looking at, mate. I'll do one properly. It's on a weekly scale. I was just looking for a clean move if we ever got to that point.
Alright, closed at 10 pips. Gold. End of the hour, see how it plays out.
Yeah, at this point, it just gets really scary to buy gold. I mean, if you buy gold now, man, fuck. Good luck.
It's nuts.
Good luck.
Jeez, it's pushing so hard. Did you enter gold? No, I am in no trades. Zero.
Oh, look at that. Jeez.
I haven't taken a single trade today. Probably not gonna take one either because, like, you know, gold has gone. Oh, god damn. Was it at 16, 17?
Yeah. And I closed
Yeah.
at 16.
Gold is nuts now.
Yeah, gold is gone. GJ would have been a nice one with this 15-minute candle, but, you know, whatever. Might have wait for a little bit of retest or something if it formulates.
I think GJ is coming back up to that major resistance and then coming back down.
Yeah, I think so too.
Maybe forming like a double top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just looking like a 1 hour fake out. Right there.
Yeah. Oops.
EuroCAD broke the range, waiting on a pullback, looking at lower time frame on our chart. Perfect. I guess a better buy would be above this red line you have because there are clean candles still left. Or maybe if you can get a support formed here on the small time frame like the 1 hour or 30-minute, then you can expect the volume in this session to really push it through this red line you have.
Oh, that's I've sent a chart the bit I was looking at, just if it helps, just so you can see. So lower time frames look pretty clear at that level too.
Let's take a look.
So if you look between them gaps on lower time frames at that time, it's very clear between. I know it's a big gap, but if you look at it on lower time frames, there's some real clean levels.
1627.
I mean, if you've got to look at it, you take a lot of work to look at it on lower time frames and stuff, but there's some pretty clean moves there above that level.
Oh, so you're saying above 1627?
No, 18.
Okay,
from 18 two lines. So yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if you go and look on lower time frames, you can see there's a bit of potential there, I think. But because on the weekly levels, that's like its previous resistance and support, and there's like a gap in between. And that gap in between, I think, it's got a bit of potential for. If we got to that zone, I think it could move pretty quick. It's not going to move $10, $12 in one go.
Wow, far away.
Oh yeah. It's a long time away.
Yeah,
but that's kind of what I was basing a lot of all my longer term stuff I was looking at was on that level.
Alright, another 10 pips. I'm up. What the fuck?
Yeah, golden playing.
Gold is not playing today. I left the runner.
Ooh, GJ also came down.
Yeah, I just took a buy on gold too. I closed out at 10. Need to stop.
Yo, this is the funniest clip I think I've ever seen.
Roger, are you still gonna wait for a retrace on GJ here?
Yeah, I'm in no trades.
Because it closed below support on the 30-minute.
Yep. So basically, this is the range it's in right now. It created a support here before it went up, and before that it created a resistance here. Then this candle respected this area, this candle respected this area, this candle broke below it, so now we're in a range. You know, so if I'm looking for sells, I would want to see, maybe I would want to see a sell like, you know, from like 144 200 or even like around 144 150. So what I want to see a bullish candle, then candles going up, and then I want to see something bearish so that I can say that okay, we had resistance at 144, you know, 500, came down, then we have made another minor resistance like around this area, and then I can take a sell, and with volume I can anticipate price to push further down. So if that happens, then I'll take a trade. Otherwise I've already made up my mind to not trade today.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Well, I'm ready to took 10 pips on gold. No, 20 pips. I'm good for today. And like I was saying, you said something about GJ shorts, right? Some sort of retracement.
Max gonna start looking for sells now on GJ.
No, bro, come on.
It's gonna happen, man.
No, I'm not gonna ask anything, bro. Everything's like okay.
Might hit that gold retrace.
Max, now okay, let's get ready for GJ sells later.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna mute myself.
Someone should make a documentary on you and say, okay, the Chronicles of a New Trader.
Oh, Mac.
Funny.
Thoughts on Euro JPY? I think you need to send a chart. True FX, Mr. True FX. Raja, wouldn't bias make more sense if support is formed here on GJ because of the trend? Yeah, for sure. But for me, buys would make sense once we come up above 144 500. Then I would want to take buys, because if I take buys right here now, I don't know, I'm not comfortable personally to take buys, because I see this range. I just don't want to take buys here. If I want to take buys, I would want to take buys above 144 500, because if price comes up here and I take buys, I look left and I see all this consolidation here. So this is like a no-no for me, right? So I would be siding with sells more. If I see them, I'll execute, and if I don't see them, then it's okay. I have a fun weekend planned, so I'm just gonna not trade and just enjoy the weekend.
Have you got a boot camp set up this weekend?
Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm flying to Dallas.
Nice. You got your cowboy boots?
Yes. Support broken, waiting for resistance to be formed. This is perfect. GP CAD. Price made a low. This low should be retested. CAD is strong. Pound is showing some sort of retracement tendencies.
That's good to know.
Oh, what's this? UJ 30 minute. What do you think if we get a nice green candle here? Yeah, I think there could be some opportunity to go from 9:15 till like up till at this point. Yeah, there could be some opportunity there. That's about it. This makes me uneasy though. I don't know why, but it makes me uneasy because there's some sort of support formed here. So I mean, if you get a bullish candle, you take buys. I think your risk is going to be small because UJ has less volume. That could work. You should sell signal, bro. No, my execution time for the signals would be like maybe a minute. Where would you put your TP for if GJ comes up above 144 500? My TP is going to be around 144 700, 600, 700. But that's if it comes up above 144 500. Where's Ted telling people not to buy gold? Killer Goon, I think you're blind and deaf at the same time. We've been talking about buying gold. Like, no one's been saying don't buy gold. Wow, man.
Don't sell it.
Just don't sell it.
It's just anything but sell it.
Why trade GJ? Why not trade your JPY? Because I've seen your JPY more than I've seen GJ. Which trading session is gold most likely to move? The current trading session.
Wow, my gold charts are like outdated.
Can
Oh,
you
my bad. I'm sorry, I thought it was muted, sorry.
can you ask the Brit on here if he has to pay tax on Forex?
Who's that?
Okay.
Shitloads. Loads.
Okay, Brit.
I'll be the Brit and you do pay tax.
Do you drink tea, Brett?
No, I don't drink tea, man.
It's coffee.
I would drink coffee if my homeboy sent me some, but no. Anne's let me down.
Yeah, you're gonna be drinking a lot of coffee in Miami.
You know, I can't wait.
Oh,
I'll need to.
yeah.
Charles,
What's-
given coffee the best.
This chart, I don't understand the thing about this chart. I don't know where the entry is. I don't know. This is just, yeah,
It's a
this,
tick mark.
yeah, it makes no sense at all. Like the point of this red and green thing is to show where you entered. So you're missing the point. Goal of going back to get ready for jobless claims in 1.5 hours. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, this morning I woke up, I saw GJ. I saw this curve here that GJ makes, and I just said, man, that's a major FOMO.
Yeah, that's a good one, dude.
Yeah.
You missed that one. That's a good one.
And then I looked at the London channel, and then I looked at through your page on Telegram, and I'm like, wow, everybody caught those spies.
It was good, man. It was good. And the thing is as well, best thing about it, sometimes we say about getting on the chart, you open it up and you can see a trade straight there, like instantly.
Yeah.
I made the trade and it's all done and dusted within about 30 minutes from the time we literally started the stream. So, and it's all explained easy. Perfect.
Yeah, it's kind of like what happened yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
First
Very
thing in the
much.
morning, done.
Yeah, that stream was long then. Got to get used to that. So it was good. We had a good bit of feedback today. It was good.
Wow, somebody woke up kind of like targeting me.
What?
Nothing. Rakeel was just trying to bust my. Trying to pick on me.
Yeah, because I had FOMO today.
Why are you? But why me, bro? Why can't you pick on Dennis? Pick on Dennis. Like,
Sure.
You made heavy profit this morning, Mac. That's why.
huh?
You made good profit this morning, man. You killed London. Did good.
Why he's always picking on me? Oh, you cropping? I cropped that because the rest is buy limits and sell limits because I do that to check the price of how much I'll earn per position. And MT4 stocks, it doesn't come out on an iPhone. You know what I mean, right, Chris? Like when you go to positions on MT4 on your phone,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
man.
have a buy limit. Like
Yeah.
I have a whole screen of buy limits. I just buy limits.
So
Yeah, but
at this chart, I would enter after this candle closed bullish. Then I would have entered.
That was our second trade this morning.
Yeah, expecting the volume to push up. I think man, okay, who's that? I gotta mute him.
The only issue with that one, mate, was we had a little bit of news coming up at that point. That might have put people off, but that was a good entry. We said once it creates support, and then seeing that bullish candle, you could take it again, exceed the high, which was cool. It's a good option, I think. But then the news did help. It could have kind of gone either way, though, because I think the next candle was the news candle. I think. Yeah.
So when should you anticipate that candles will break those resistance zones? Is that just during the normal sessions like New York and London? Or are there specific times?
I just think if you've got the momentum and it's showing that it's going to continue, then go with it.
Okay.
I wouldn't trade in low volume sessions really anyway, but there's more chance, I think, higher volume.
Because you know how GJ moves on the last half an hour?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was the open. See, the one that broke through was actually the open of the hour. So
that's
hard to anticipate that.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're looking at the same, or we've looked at the same UK time, 7 and 8 o'clock candles each day for a long time, and they tend to have quite a heavy push, open push sometimes. So not necessarily later on in the day. But 7 and 8 o'clock candles tend to sometimes open with no wick and just keep continuing that momentum. So if you anticipate that, you've seen it enough, then it's worth doing, if that makes sense. But again, you got to have the confidence in your own setup, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think mostly it comes from watching it happen over and over and over again.
Yeah, exactly that.
Because if this opportunity happened like maybe like 2 years ago, okay, let's say the price went up, made a high, came down, and this candle closed bullish. If this happened 2 years ago, I wouldn't take the trade because I would say, oh, but we have resistance here. Right, but now I would take the trade because now I'd be like, okay, I've seen it happen and there's enough volume and GJ is bullish, so there are higher chances for GJ to continue up rather than come down and break support.
Yep. It's just how you start viewing it differently the more you've seen it. That's like I said, as soon as you start getting that confidence because you've seen it before, it's like you will take that trade then.
Yeah.
So, Chris, did you enter with a 22 pip stop loss? Is that the one?
Nah, man. No, I didn't enter that one because news was coming. We took the one before that. Well, some people did on stream, to be fair, but I didn't want to play the news. I'd already banked like 30-something pips, so I was good.
Yeah. When did you enter, sorry?
I'll show you.
Yeah.
Rakeel leaves that quickly, if you don't mind.
Wait, what?
So I entered
He's showing us when he entered.
about here. Oh, shit, sorry. I'll send you a chat.
Oh, GJ.
Yeah, it's somewhere about there.
Oh,
basically,
okay.
if I was looking at this level here, basically was the level I was looking at. As soon as we kind of broke it, I kind of entered as that candle broke because of the momentum we'd had, and we're coming into the hour open.
Right.
So,
And where was your stop?
literally down about there. About a previous candle.
Cool. Nice.
Something similar to that.
Gee, good move. And so did you, okay, so you just entered on the break, not so much the close of the candles.
Yeah, just based on the way they were previously forming, and you could see how they were coming up, and obviously we're getting into the volume, and I tend to find that if we've had a little push at the end of Asian, it tends to continue at London open, or, well, the candles prior London open, like 7, 8 o'clock, and then they tend to push pretty strongly, another 10, 15 pips, and then that one actually went a lot more, which was cool.
Yeah, flew.
Raja,
Hey,
would you have entered at the start of the 5:30 candle then?
this one?
Yep.
For a buy?
Yeah.
No.
Why not? I mean, I wouldn't have either, but based on what you said about the previous setup.
Yeah, because it already pushed so much. Like it already pushed so much, so you have to look at it from an economical standpoint. That once price moved from 143,640 up to 144, almost 600. That's like a 100 pip move here, right? So now if you're expecting it to move further, so if you look at the daily candles here, there is very seldom that like the GJ candle, like the daily candle is going to move more than 150 pips. So if you measure the previous one, this was like 140, 150. You measure this one, this was like almost 100 pips, right? And also if you look left, it's at a very, very strong resistance. So expecting it to push more, since it already pushed a lot, I mean, that wouldn't be nice. So for that reason, I wouldn't have entered there.
I agree with you. Kind of just playing devil's advocate here. Yesterday, we came across the same scenario where we faced a 4-hour resistance that was very strong.
Yeah.
And it was the same type of move. But you said it doesn't matter to you.
But there was a range here. There was a range. It was in bullish momentum, and like it was much cleaner. But if you look right over here, you had this bearish candle. So let's go to the 15-minute here. So you had this bearish candle come all the way down, then this candle went bullish. Even if you entered a buy, this 15-minute candle that closed bearish, this would have made you exit the trade. So from what I know is that once GJ pushes a lot, like it's very hard to to keep it moving. Like you're right, we were at the 4-hour resistance, but if you look closely here, the previous 4-hour, this one, it closed above all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 4-hour candles, right? So once this candle closed above, then this moved down, would have we considered this move down as like a liquidity grab? I'm not sure if that makes sense or not.
No, it does. It makes sense. I just feel that if the 30-minute, I guess the only reason I didn't enter at the 30-minute candle that I brought up at 5:30 is because it closed so close to the resistance and because the 1 hour closed weak bearish. But I still would have been looking for buys if the 1 hour closed bullish at the resistance up there.
Yeah, basically at that point you'd be expecting this 4-hour candle to flip bullish, right? Because this candle started at 5 a.m. The 4-hour candle started at 5 a.m. So for it to flip bullish, I mean, it just, because just look at because like price just can't keep on going one way. You know, like it has to do retracements. So you have to accept the fact that, okay, sometimes they don't happen. Now, when I look at I'm not even going to look at 5:30 and say that, okay, why didn't I, I could have entered here and done this and that. Because like that already happened. Plus I was sleeping at that point. So I'm never gonna look back and say, oh, what if this, what if that? Because that point I was sleeping, I wasn't at the charts, and based on what I've seen GJ do, it just didn't make any sense for it to continue moving up higher, because that's a very strong daily resistance. Was it also weekly? Yeah, it's also weekly resistance too. And for the past week, we've been talking about if GJ crosses the weekly at 143, 500, or 400, it's going to continue moving up. So looking at this 30-minute and expecting it to move further up, I would say that would be a very bad idea, because it already reached the weekly target.
Yeah, the trade wasn't on the 30-minute there. It was probably on the 15. If you looked at that massive rejection off that zone of 144, 200, and then it just went. So if you look, the 15, see how it just wicked down, and then that candle there closed bullish. Yeah, there was your 10 pips. But easier said than done.
When will gold drop? No idea.
Gold will drop with the news in an hour.
Perfect. There we go. What's this? 2 PAUD. Break, retest, enter on strong 15, 30-minute candle. Oh, you're looking for sells. Makes sense. Have to wait here a little bit.
Roger, even before that 30-minute on GJ closed, it just wasn't acting right.
Really?
5:30, it just wasn't acting right because one, it came all the way down, but then, the 15-minute candle that closed weak bullish, it broke the high, but then got rejected at that area. And it just didn't make sense even before it closed bullish, the 30-minute. Yeah. I don't know,
It just wasn't right.
Yeah, it just wasn't. You could just tell in the movement, I feel.
Yeah, and plus I wouldn't take a buy because it already reached the weekly target where we wanted it to reach.
Yeah. Look, maybe if it breaks above 144, 600, that's above all the wicks.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I think maybe like next week we'll see a move up.
Yeah.
If we get more signs of rejection, sells might look good. Yeah, sells might look good. From here coming down to possible target. Oh wow, gold is still pumping here.
Can't believe GJ is about to correct the whole news on the pound.
I think it's because it's now pricing in the bad PMI expected numbers. Tomorrow, I don't know, possibly.
Well, there is ECB news in about 7 minutes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the policy, yeah, okay. Ooh, jeez.
Yeah, it's going to break this. Yeah, it's going to drop.
Wow. But
Like
that's
it
what
broke-
it's always been doing. Like, once it gets to that level, it's just been rejecting. So it makes sense.
Yeah, like it broke back into yesterday's resistance. So now it's trading back in yesterday's range. So if this is correct, it's going to come down to the 143.63, which is today's support.
Oh, yeah.
But the trading idea is done.
Yeah.
Caught 17 pips on that.
From the short.
Yeah, when rakeel mentioned the idea the first time, I'm like, oh yeah, makes sense.
Did you enter on the 15-minute close?
No, I entered just when it broke the 15-minute wick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, 17 pips. That was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty well since November. I'm up $8,000 since November.
Gee.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning, Kate.
Morning, David. Morning.
It's David. I know. I've been told I'm sounding like Ted, but it's David.
Oh, Chris, man, I tuned in on your stream the last half hour. It's very proper and professional.
Is it? Do you think so?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man. You should have been there at the start. It weren't professional then.
No,
No, it's pretty good. No, it's pretty good. Thanks, man. Got a good team. It's decent.
Hey, David.
Yes.
I think it's awesome you guys are pilots, you and your son, right?
Yes.
That's awesome. That's something I want to do. I want to get my pilot's license, within the next 2 or 3 years.
Oh, that's awesome. Where are you at?
I'm out in Jersey.
Oh, in Jersey. Okay. There's a good flight school in Jersey.
Oh, do you know any good ones?
I know of them. I'll
Okay.
send you some info. Let me see if I can find it right now. I'll get you some
If you
information.
could, that's awesome. It's always
Yes.
been something family. It's something I wanted to do when I was younger. I wanted to be like a Navy pilot, but I'd rather trade and have my freedom.
Make more money.
Yes, sir.
I was in the Marine Corps for 8 years.
Thank you, man.
But oh, you're welcome. But it was a lot. You make a lot more money trading for sure.
100%. it's not even about the money. It's the freedom. The money's awesome. Don't get me wrong, but the freedom, I can't have, be in the military and just, you don't have any freedom.
Well, right, like right here, right now, it's 5:30 in the morning. I'll be done with you guys around 7:30 or so. Take my kids to school. Then I'll go to the gym. Then after that, I'll probably head to the airport. I'll hang out there, or maybe just go fly, or maybe go somewhere. But even if I want to take vacations, you just get in the airplane and go. That's awesome.
100%. It's the freedom. You're living life on your own terms.
That's correct. And that's what trading gives you.
Exactly. I'd imagine it's a pretty expensive hobby.
Well, yeah, it's probably more expensive than drugs, I can tell you that.
That's what you want to compare it to.
Yes. Well, once you get that in your blood, you can't get it out. That's the problem.
All right, I'm looking at a GPCAD shorts over here. Once this candle closes, it's closing nice bearish. It's doing a retest of this 1.70650 level. If it closes bearish, just the way it is, the next candle, I'm expecting it to respect the high of this one and then continue on down to probably fill this wick.
Good morning, Rakeel. How are you doing?
Hey, David. Good. How are you?
I'm good, man.
How does GCAD move? Does it move quick, like GJ?
Yeah. You just gotta watch it. Like it moves. It moves pretty fast.
I'm gonna start watching it this month. Not taking any trades on it. Just watch how it moves.
Yeah.
Does the an hour not worry you, Raja?
What's that?
The CAD news in an hour?
No, because I'd be done way before that.
Okay, yeah.
Because like it's only one candle, right? Like my idea is always to trade one 1 hour candle or one 30-minute candle. If I can correctly predict where a 30-minute or the 1 hour candle is going to go, that's basically my trade.
Okay.
Gold just keeps going. What the?
Alright, so I took an entry when this candle started. My stop is up over here. My TP is down over here. I have a one lot open right now because less risk.
See, how come you've done less risk on this one, Raja, and not your usual?
Because I don't want to trade, but this is an opportunity I've seen before.
Okay.
So that's why I'm taking this trade. Plus, like I don't want to risk a lot. Yeah. Like usually I'd open 8 to 12 lots. Yeah. But like I'm really lowering down my risk because this is my last day to trade of the week, right? So I don't want to take like a normal regular loss on the last day of the week to trade.
Understood. Cool.
Definitely coming down on the daily and 4 hour.
Yeah.
Should be good. Could be a good trade.
You're in GCAD?
Yes.
I thought you weren't going to take any trades too.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's it, Mac. Pull him up.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm going after him.
Yeah, we gotta kick Mac from here. 1 sec.
When I go after him now. How you like them apples? How you like them apples?
The ice is getting thinner.
How do we identify the fake breakout at Forex market? Well, the thing about breakouts is fake outs is that it's supposed to fake you out. That's why it's called a fake out. So you can't avoid it.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good morning.
This is an area of resistance. If a 30-minute candle breaks and closes above, would be a good for a buy. Euro is also generally getting some more strength, supporting this, but CAD news in an hour, so take that. Yeah. That's good observation. There's clean traffic for buys. That would make perfect sense.
I got in some Euro JPY sells.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Let's see.
Well, you're good on those.
Yep. Let's hope so. It doesn't stop
Oh.
me out. Oh.
Oh, someone put a cock in my mouth.
Yeah, I had one of them this morning too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Raja.
Well.
That is a great analysis. And do
Yeah.
you even trade EG?
Some disrespect right there.
No, it's someone who has to ask their mom and dad for money every week.
That's exactly it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I,
We should have somebody checking the charts before you when you're
Like
filter, you know.
security.
Double screening.
That should be a nice job for Mike.
hey man, I have a team for that.
Like
I've got a
the-
team.
Oh
Like
yeah,
the
Mac.
Secret Service.
Mac, you should do that.
Like the
Yeah,
Secret
man.
Service, right? Quality control.
Okay, sir, this chart is good to go.
All right, here you go. Quality control. I just saw a lot of penises.
Oh, what's this? Area of support, show signs of rejection, TP at resistance. I think if you see a 30-minute bullish close, that would make much more sense. Like, I'd be personally more inclined to take a 30-minute bullish close. Oh, someone's UJ bias got activated.
Okay, I'm off to get some grout and some sealant.
All right, Dennis. See you in like 3 years.
I'm on. I don't come on the webinar. I come on the YouTube stream.
No, I'm saying your repair.
Yeah, have fun in your overtrading, okay?
Oh, so how can I repair linoleum floors? Yeah, I think you can rent Dennis for a week and he's going to show you.
It's gonna take maybe 3 years, but we'll get it done.
What's this? Broken support, GJ50. Oh, someone's in GJ cells based on the 15-minute that broke the support. Yep, makes sense. I don't like it personally because, you know, it's still at that price level where the 1 hour candle's rejected. So you see this 1 hour candle came down, rejected it, went up, next one came down and just went up. You know, so I don't like it. The 15-minute is a very weak confirmation time frame, so you have to be careful with that. GP CAD, I'm up like 5 pips here, so you know, it's running good so far. Yeah. Quick $100 with this, that'll be good. Oh, maybe like 150. If I make $200 with this, I'm probably gonna buy a new charger.
Yeah, you gotta offset those gains with some expenses, right?
My first thought was, okay, I'm gonna upgrade my seat, but I've already upgraded it. Then I was like, ah, shit. Now what?
A charger.
Yeah. Ooh, she's just pumping up.
GCAD.
What does MW or J pattern look like? Well, it looks like MW and J. Pips don't lie. Pips don't lie. Oh, 15-minute close bullish. I enter. Very nice.
So, guys, the indices, by viewing these and looking at the news, they're at its all-time high again, and they're just kind of ranging where they're at right now. They're not really moving. There is a couple down moves, but very, very small moves. So, if you're trading gold based on the fundamentals and what the indices are doing, I don't think gold is going much anywhere today. I think it's going to be stuck at these ranges. Plus, it's at a super high level.
Okay, cool. Thanks, David.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Are you a market bull or a bear?
I'm whatever the market tells me and gives me. But I do, based on what Chris said yesterday, I do go with the trend. I don't like going against the trend. And let me explain why I don't like doing that. Because if you go against the trend, even though you see like a big move, like for example in gold right now, right? The trend is up. Even if you do see a big move, that's a correction. And people are either taking profits or positioning themselves, or the big traders and the banks are coming in or taking money out of that gold and putting it somewhere else. What happens is if the trend is up, it will correct. The market automatically wants to correct back to where it needs to be. So you can get caught in a V shape on the charts, and that will make your life miserable, if that makes any sense.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I'll go bear and I'll go bull depending on what the market's doing.
So you don't have any like long-term forecasts, or from your experience, where you think it will go?
Gold? I think it's going to go higher.
No, the more the market. Yeah.
I think gold is going to go higher. I just don't think it's going to go higher today. But I think it will go higher at some point. And the reason being is because the indices are so overbought at this point. And there's a lot of uncertainty politically in the United States right now, trying to pick the, between Sanders and Bloomberg right now. There's just so much clash. Trump is always, out there making great news. So, so there's just so much uncertainty that at some point those indices will dump. They will correct very heavily in the downside, and then gold is just going to spike.
Okay.
That's my prediction, and it's a long-term prediction. It's not what's going to happen today.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to get. Yeah. Cool. Nice.
Yeah, and the guy on YouTube, Francis Grins, yeah, I agree with you 100%. Selling it is crazy. It will go up. I just don't think it's going to go up today. I think it's stuck where it's at. So, fun days we're living in.
Yeah, a pretty slow day today.
Yeah, and you know why? It's because everything is just so overbought right now, and there's so much going. Well, at least in the indices portion of it here in the U.S., and nobody really understands why everything just keeps going up. It's crazy.
Yeah, like the way I look at it right now is that it's moved up so much, so quick that it needs to breathe a little bit. And that breathing is going to be some ranging action. That's where people get stuck, like late buyers or early sellers.
Yeah.
At the end of the week.
Yep.
Somebody working out over there? Yeah. Oh, yeah. hear you breathing.
So GP Cat here, I'm still in it. 15-minute candle about to close in 2 minutes, closing bearish, which is good. 30-minute just needs to it's gonna come down and that's a good trade. But if the 15-minute closes, I'm probably gonna tighten my stop loss. I'll bring it down to the high of the current 30-minute candle because the 15-minute candle is closing. This means that the 15-minute candle made a high right over here, right? Which will also be the lower high of the 30-minute candle. So now after that, the 30-minute candle just has to make a lower low, and that'll be the end of the trade. But if it doesn't make a lower low, then we're out of the trade. Well, I am out of the trade. So a trade can go two ways. Either it can go in profits or it can go in a loss. And you should know exactly how much each of those numbers is going to be. Is there any top 100 world richest that trade Forex? I don't know. I mean, that question is not going to help you trade better, trust me. Ooh, 15 minutes closing like a doji-ish, but the 30 is still open. How much do I have at risk over here? $96. $96. I wonder what I could do with $96 here.
Buy a charger.
What's that?
Buy a charger.
Yeah, buy a charger. So the 15-minute candle closed like a retest bullish candle. This is also called like a sort of a booby trap candle. Like a retest bullish candle.
I sometimes wait for the high to be broken on those candles. Yeah, like you're saying, probably a booby trap candle, but we'll see.
Yeah, I just wait for the 30-minute to close. Or if this new 15-minute, it goes up above the previous 15-minute, maybe like comes till here, then probably I'm going to close.
Yeah, that's it.
I was about to pay $20,000 to a Forex mentor for a 3-month mentorship program. Oh wow, man, you have money to spend. If you have 20,000, god damn.
I'll take
20,000 for a trading mentorship program?
Yeah.
Send it my way, man. I'll teach you.
Man, you have money laying around for $20,000. Can you imagine you have 20,000 laying around to pay someone for mentorship?
Wow. He can use that. You can use that money and trade it and make money with it, and just be here every morning.
Yeah. Basically.
You know what I mean?
Compound it.
Exactly. Don't pay that stuff. Man, sometimes I see these guys on the internet saying, pay me, $10,000, $15,000. I'm going to tell you the secrets of trading and blah, blah, blah. And they come out, with these freaking Ferraris and stuff. Guys, listen, you're in the right spot. You don't need to pay that kind of money. Seriously. Wow.
Insane.
Yeah, that's a rich guy right there. Hey, I have $20,000.
I just want to throw it away. Holy cow.
I would think somebody with 20 grand laying around would do the research on, who's the best mentor, and I don't know. That's crazy.
This is what I've learned, and I've taught my you guys see my son, he's also a pilot. I taught him how to fly. I taught him how to trade, and he's still in college, which is, he's still a young kid. He's 21 years old, probably like you guys. but
Oh,
but the best way to learn how to trade, guys, is to really get in the markets. Don't risk a lot. Learn how to lose, and if you learn how to lose, you will learn how to make. I promise you that, right? You got all these demo warriors that think that they are like, you know, the shit. I mean, they think they can trade and they're professionals, but then they get into a live account and they're pulling their hair. So I taught my son that. I told him, go in the micro markets, risk very little, and learn how to lose. And he was so frustrated the first week because he couldn't make it a winning trade. And then we analyzed those trades, and then the following week he started making winning trades. And that's how you do it. And you learn how to lose, it means you will learn how to make money. So Chance Bordeaux says, didn't you all lose more than 20 learning how to trade? So why not spend up front to get that right person? Because even if you spent that money to learn from that right person, you're still going to lose because you need to learn how to lose first. So you're in the right place. You got professionals here that are teaching you. Take advantage of it. It's not costing you a dime.
Mm-hmm.
Some people keep losing for years and still no profit. It's because, like, you overtrade and you over leverage and you look at the charts when you're not supposed to look at the charts. There's no other way you can lose money.
Yeah, discipline's key.
Yeah.
Discipline's key. You said it right on the dot right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and you're right there, Rakeel, you keep looking at the charts, right? So what goes through your mind? Man, I got to get in that trade. I just missed that move. Man, I got to do this. I got to do that, right? And then you enter it late, and there it goes. There goes your money.
Yep.
So would you say it's bad when you're at work and you just look at a chart and you go for an hour and look at the chart again? And then from time to time, like 8 hours long, just looking at the chart, going again, looking at the chart, going again.
I mean, you do what works for you, right? As long as you're disciplined and like I have my trading hours. My trading hours are in the morning. I trade the New York session. I trade even when I'm done with you guys, I'll trade a little bit of the New York Open because that's where it has the most volume. Now, for example, in futures, just like in Forex, right? I can trade any time of the day. I don't. I have my few hours to trade, whether I take trades or not, and then I go. And then I may look at a chart of the phone today. I wonder where the S&P went, but then I'll close it. But there's no place in my mind where I'm going to take a trade. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because I have my trading hours. Also, that's my discipline. This is my working hours. This is when I trade.
I think it's really the person too and the personality. So like if you feel like you're not disciplined enough to not take a trade when you check out the charts, then don't do it. But if you are disciplined enough and you can check the chart, I check it every once in a while, but I know I'm not going to trade. That's at my hours.
Correct.
And also discipline, could be multiple different things as well. Like discipline in putting time into the charts and back testing instead of playing video games, or it's mainly not taking a trade when you're not supposed to, but there's so many things that go into that word discipline that it takes.
Yeah, just many different factors.
So many. Okay. That's tough. Not everyone does it.
No, and you have to know when to take a trade. You have to know, like I may be done trading, and let's say that I got stopped out or I lost that day. I'm going to go and I'm going to analyze. Okay, where did I go wrong? So I don't do that again, right? But then once I'm done with that, I'm done. I go do my thing. Yep. And if you lose one day, it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. Think of it this way, right? Let's pretend you're going to go into business for yourself and you're going to open up a restaurant. It's going to cost you $100,000 to open up a restaurant, right? It's going to cost you a lot of money. Do you think every day is going to be profitable with a restaurant? No, some days are going to be more profitable than others.
Definitely
Same thing in trading. You have your your trading account. Some days will be more profitable than others. Here's the difference. You don't have to actually dish out all your money on trading. It's your money in an account. That's the difference. That's the way I look at it. It's a business.
Exactly. You treat it like a gonna pay you.
Yeah, I don't like that, Raja.
Oh, you don't like it?
Nah.
Oh,
I think because the 15-minute broke the high of the previous, it's more high probability that 30 minutes going to close bullish.
Yeah, it's okay. Are we short on GPCAD? There is no we. There's you and there's me. So there's no we. We are short. What? What do you think this is? Like we're in a stadium, all clicking buys and sells at the same time? Oh, Simon says take a sell. Simon says take a buy. Fuck, man. Raja, how long have you been trading for? 4 years. What do you think about trading robots? No emotions. Yes, machines have no emotions. Find yourself and you will find your trading style. Yes. LOL, are you short? No, I am long.
6'3".
Yeah, I'm long 6'3". I'm a long person.
Woo.
Yeah, you know when someone says we, that just means that they're just here to copy trades. That's it.
Yeah.
Like I know a couple of people who do copy trades, they do well, and then they overtrade after the fact, and then they lose those profits. And you know, man, if you're overtrading, if you're losing after taking winning trades, like trust me on this trading thing will just be a dream for you. It'll be a dream. You will die with this dream, only because you couldn't stop overtrading. That's the only reason why it's never going to work ever. And you will constantly see people winning all the time because they're disciplined, and that will breed envy and jealousy because you cannot control your own self.
Somebody asked, and I think it's Kushan, are you in the S&P 500 in a trade? I'm in an option. So I'm in a put option. A put option means that I am waiting for the market to correct itself down. So I have several contracts in put options waiting for that. But that's not a daily trade. That's I have 3 weeks before that option expires. So at some point the market will go down to the strike price that I've actually set it as. But I am not in a short-term trade in the S&P 500 right now because I just don't think it's going to move that much today. It'll be range bound.
I just closed GPCAD with -4 pips, and I'm done for the day. We are done for the day.
David, what market do you like better?
You know, I enjoy the S&P 500 and I like the NASDAQ. The S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, believe it or not, have very similar, if not the same companies in those indices. Mm-hmm. The NASDAQ has more of the techs, and the S&P 500 has more of the medical and other stuff. But the NASDAQ moves like a little Ferrari, man, and the S&P 500 moves more slow, you know. But I really like those, and I trade crude oil. I love that crude. Crude oil is such a great market to trade because you know that when it hits its lows, it can't go any lower than that because then it's not viable for the refiners to refinance that crude. So it's actually a very fundamental trade. And when it hits the lows in crude oil, man, you just buy it because it's such a secure trade. obviously you always have risk, right? But the odds of it to really hit to a low where the refining companies, you know, will have to close is very limited or almost not going to happen. That's why I love crude a lot.
That's awesome. Yeah. The time I'm spending away from the Forex chart, and I'm like, I'm not trading. I've been just reading at the stocks, trying to figure out balance sheets, and I don't know. All the markets are so interesting.
Yeah. So if you read stocks and if you read indices, fundamentals are key for those.
Oh.
Fundamentals. And then there's such a thing as what's called the heat maps. So for the indices, so you'll see what stocks are doing better than others in the heat map. So if you have more stocks in that indices that are losing that day, then the odds of the S&P 500 in this example to go down are very good.
Very true.
Somebody said crude is at 49. Well, in the futures, crude is at 54 right now. It's been going up. I bought it, guys. I bought it at 50. Crude, and it's at 54 right now. So I'm kind of loving life.
Nice. You've been looking at Virgin Atlantic?
I have not.
I bought, I don't know, I think it was a small trade, like 12 shares at 22, and I sold around 35. So it was a nice little trade.
Oh, beautiful. And when I trade, I have in my office, I have like 4 different screens. I'm looking at different markets, and I have one computer that just plays CNBC in the news in case something were to happen. I'm on top of it, you know.
That's awesome.
So it's always important to know what's going on.
Exactly. I like GJ heading up.
Hey, somebody's talking about sex on the YouTube.
Yeah, we got some sex robots over here.
Wow.
Do you think that's better for an individual to start trading with a small account slowly? Yep. I think it's better to start with a small account because what's going to happen is that you start to develop great intuition for trades, right? So what that means is basically when you start trading, you're not trading to make money. You're trading to be right. So your whole focus should be on, okay, if I'm going to sit on the charts for let's say 2 or 3 hours, I want to know if I can be right once or twice in those 2 or 3 hours. And then you got to repeat that, because one mistake I made when I first started was that we would trade from 6 till 9, and then after 9 I would go to my work, and we were profitable at that time. And when things started to change, when we started incorporating other times, like the Asian and London, and man, then that was very, very, very bad. So at that point I was looking to trade to make money. But before that, we were just trading to be right. Let's see if we can be right this morning. Oh yeah, we were right. Okay, perfect. Let's go do our jobs and whatever. So now, since the past 2 years, I've gone back to that same mentality I had when I first started. That okay, I'm gonna come to the charts from 6:30 till 9:30, and I'll see if I can be right once or twice. And that's basic. That's it. Because now there's no over trading, there's no over risking, there's no anxiety when you're looking at the charts, nothing. So, when people come to trade and they say, oh, I lost this much, I'm going to make my losses back, or I have so much debt, or I want to, retire my parents, man, those are awesome dreams. Everyone has those dreams, and well done, but that's not the way to, trading is not going to make those dreams come true. You should, I've seen people succeed when they come to trading as saying that, okay, well, I've done well in life, let's see how well I do at this, or oh, this is interesting, let's see if I can be right once or twice a day. I've seen those people do really, really well. Like I always look at guys who do well. Like Ted. Like Ted mentored me. So I always looked at, man, how can this guy win every day or like most days? I started to look at his patterns, and his patterns were he would come through charts at pre-New York. He would look at the pre-markets, and then he would take a trade on gold, and he'd be done for the day. And I was like, well, that let's try that for a month, and it worked. Basically, like just replicate success of others, and it works.
Yeah, if the wheel's not broken, don't break it, right? Don't
Yeah.
reinvent it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Get on that horse and just keep riding it with everybody. Are you using Gann and Elliott method for trading? Gulshan Jirawala, where do you see Gann and Elliott on this chart? Where? I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? Today I'm going to start a series called Dumb Comments of IG.
That's gonna be lit.
Listen, man, like every day, 2 people message me saying, "Hey, bro, what time in the UK do the live streams start?"
It's going to be a long video.
Oh man, and this is how you check out the time: 6:30 a.m. Eastern in UK. Oh, perfect! 11:30 a.m.
Magic.
Wow. Man, people message me and then they wait 3 hours for me to respond, and I respond saying, "Do you want me to Google it for you?" And then the guy said yes.
No way.
Yeah, and he's still waiting. He sent me a question mark.
So, what is the super secret website you're talking about, Riku?
I'm sorry, I'm not going to tell you now.
Yeah, disclosing information.
How about you send me a link to it?
Okay, yeah, I'll send you a link there.
People sometimes wait 3 hours for wow. That's funny. I think I just made my day today.
Yeah, there are lots of comments like that. Hey, what's your mentorship website? Or
what's your last name? Or what size shoes do you wear? Or anything of your relevance.
the best one was, do you guys still go live on Twitch?
Is that 3 months after you left?
Imagine, bro. It's been
That's like 2 years ago, man.
almost 2 years.
Were you in Iraq? Like hiding under a rock? Come on.
Do you get the ones that say, do you stream every day?
I think you should just trash and acknowledge every comment. Yeah, I try to do that. But then at the same time, I mean, that's Rakeel's job. Like, when Rakeel has my Instagram, he's just nice to people. But when I have my own Instagram, man.
Get burned.
Get burned.
I don't want to bother.
Just if you're on MySpace, Rakeel, playing the guitar, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was on MySpace.
Oh, were you really?
Yeah, I was on MySpace. I was the one who had those fancy backgrounds with music playing.
Bro, I was a rock star.
Yeah.
Yeah, MySpace, that's back in the day.
Oh, this one time, this guy came on the live stream and he's like, "When does the 30-minute candle close?" We were talking about candles, and he's like, "Oh, when does it close?" Like, what? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a dead day.
Yeah, it's not moving. Nothing's gonna move today. And this is when I just kind of say, "This is my day off," right?
Yeah.
After I'm done, we're done.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
But that's a good way to look at it, Rakeel, what you said, man. You know, you just have to be right a couple times a day. That's it. That's a good way to look at it. I like that a lot. Because that's true.
Yeah. I was reading this article, I think it was like last year, and it said that naturally humans they can only make one or two emotional decisions a day, like good ones, you know. And when you're dealing with money, you're dealing with emotions.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. 100%.
Like when you take
Especially when you're doing money in trading.
Yeah.
More than anything else, you know? Because somebody can go to a casino and say, oh man, I lost a couple $100, whatever, but I had a good time. But if you lose a couple $100 in trading, you go nuts. So
Yeah, I think the big difference with trading in like a casino is that it was in the casino you go with cash. Like you know, okay, this is what I'm spending. This is what my
yeah,
risk is. In trading, you have your entire fucking account there. You know, you're like,
yeah,
100 down, no problem. Got 10,000 more.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to do.
Yeah, this is where we just hang out and talk and chit chat and
Sure.
and nothing happening.
Trading.
We'll
Man.
start looking for houses and rentals and
Yeah, we'll start doing Google Maps and stuff, you know.
Google Maps.
So who asked me earlier about the flight school in New Jersey? Are you still on here?
Yeah, that's me.
American Flyers, and I think they're in Morristown.
I'm looking them up now. Oh, Morristown Airport. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. And it's American Flyers. They're really good, and they'll get you through your private pilot license and do your instrument. People don't do their instrument. Do your instrument, you'll be safer. So do your private pilot, do your instrument, and American Flyer has a good program.
Hey, I'm in for safe. Hey, Chris, you want to get your pilot's license with me?
Yo, oh, hang on. I'm on mute. Oh yeah, mate. I'll tell you what. If I could fly a plane or sit at the front, I'm good. I really am.
Oh yeah, you were saying that yesterday.
Yeah, for real. I'll be fine. It's just I like to see stuff being done. You know, I just don't like sitting there staring at nothing. You know, like if you're staring at a chair in front of you, it's like.
We'll make your way down here. I told you that yesterday.
Dude, you've got to come pick me up. I said, come pick me up. I'm good.
Yeah.
I believe I can touch the sky.
Yeah, guys, this is GF. I agree with Dave. Do your IFR. It's worth it.
Oh, absolutely. You're just a much more VFR. VFR means visual flight rules. You're a much safer VFR pilot if you do your instrument, because you'll know more.
Introductory flight. Let's see. Yeah, what kind of plane do you have?
So I have two Piper Navajos. I've bought them and I've rebuilt them from zero, and they look awesome. They look excellent. I can go anywhere with those things.
Are they on your Instagram?
Me? I have all the way up to my ATP, which is Airline Transport Pilot. I've done it all.
No, I was saying, do you have like a picture of your planes on your Instagram? I'd love to see them.
I have them on my Facebook. Actually, I do have a picture on my Instagram. I
follow you. What's your thing again?
It's at Pilot Traders.
That's right.
Yeah, and on there you'll see a couple pictures. And I've done live videos taking off too.
It's on the screen, man, as well.
It's on the screen, yeah.
There we go. Oh, is that your plane in the background?
Yeah, that's one of them. I have two.
Wow. Now, what do you need to like get a jet?
Lots of money, man.
No, but besides like buying the jet and everything, I'm saying like pilot's license. Is that just extensive?
So to fly a jet, my suggestion is you gotta do your private pilot, obviously. Do your instrument. You have to have your instrument. because you have to fly above 18,000 feet for the jet. You got to have your multi-engine, so you have to get that license as well. Get your commercial, and if you get all those, then you have to go get a private jet, and then you have to get, if it's 12,500 pounds or above, you got to get what's called a type rating in that jet, and then you get that type rating, and then insurance is going to require you to have X amount of hours on the jet before they insure you, so you have to hire a pilot that has enough hours on that particular airplane before you can fly it on your own and get insured.
So it's going to be really expensive.
Oh yeah, it's expensive, and not just that, and you know, and the cheapest part about having an airplane is buying it. The maintenance on it is more expensive.
Just like a boat, but a plane can get you somewhere.
Yeah, a boat can get you to the other side of the lake, but yeah, the plane can get you somewhere.
Yeah,
suck on my legs, man.
Eating across the country.
Yeah.
What's your Facebook page, David?
If you go to Pilot Traders on my Facebook page, I'm on there as well.
Okay.
How far can you actually fly, David? Could you fly to the UK, for example, or is that too far?
Oh, absolutely no. I can take my airplane. Actually, I am planning to take my whole family to Europe. But the way that I would do it, I would take that airplane. I would go all the way to East Coast, go up through Canada, and then cross the ocean into Greenland, and then from Greenland go into Iceland, and then go to the Faroe Islands, and then into the UK.
Yeah, 'cause some of our longer haul flights do that. Actually, they go up and then across.
Yeah,
for fueling and stuff. I think
it's faster, isn't it?
What's that?
It's faster to go from the upside, right, from the north, right?
Well, I just don't have enough fuel in my airplane to cross the Atlantic, so I'll have to go that way.
Yeah, you don't want to tell me stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't want to swim.
Right, no, serious, don't. If you're ever over this way, I'll be more than interested to come see you and have a sit there and see how it works.
Yeah.
You should consider taking Mac with you.
If I go that, I mean, I'm planning a trip like that with my family. It's just probably the next. I still have an 8-year-old little girl, so school is kind of hard to get her out of school to do something like that. But
a big garden, you can land there. You'd be good.
Yeah. So, yeah, but that would be a really cool trip. You know what I'm thinking of doing here with you guys too is, and I haven't decided how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to invite a couple of you guys over with me, and we'll take a trip out somewhere on one of my airplanes, and we'll go do a session on options and futures and Forex, and hopefully Ted is available, he can come, and hopefully Rakeel's available, he can come as well, and it'll be fun. So I'll keep you guys posted on that little project.
Ooh, that's really cool, man.
Sounds amazing.
So if I were traveling in Europe, could I still trade with American broker? Yes, that wherever you're at in the world, it doesn't really matter. I do that all the time. I take my laptop and I just trade wherever I'm at. I went with my wife through the Caribbean, took one of my airplanes and went into Bahamas, went to Turks and Caicos, went to St. Martin, went to Puerto Rico, Dominican, and I just woke up after we did whatever we had to do and partied or whatever, and I woke up a couple hours early, traded, and went back to sleep, and then woke up again. That's my vacations.
All right, guys, have a good morning. All right.
Take care, man.
Cheers, dude.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Somebody asked, David, do you have IG? What do you mean IG? What is
on
that?
The screen. It's on the screen if they're looking. It says it at the bottom of the screen. Instagram.
Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. Oh, guys, I feel old because I'm not into all that social stuff that much. Yes, I do have an Instagram. It's at Pilot Traders.
Come on, David, you got to get with the lingo.
I am. I'm trying, man. I am trying.
Most people paying attention. It's literally
No, you
in
got
front of them.
Chris.
It's on the screen. Hey, shush, man.
You and Chris are like the same age, so you can communicate, be friends.
Fuck you, man.
I'll be doing I'll be doing more of these videos. I've just been busy with my kids, but I'll be doing more videos, and I'll be posting them on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and I'll be analyzing more of the indices for you guys, so you guys have more information on what to expect, because our markets correlate with each other. Whether it's Forex, the US dollar does correlate if you're going to do the US dollar and the pound, and so things that happen in the US is important. So I'll be putting videos out there about what's happening here in the US and all my news sources, what the indices are doing. It'll help you guys make more good decisions on your trading. Obviously, the technicals are important. So whatever you're learning here with Raja and Ted and everybody else here, don't give that up either. But fundamentals are important to know.
Yeah, that's true. Because like at times it before like it happens.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll be doing a lot of videos with those fundamentals too soon. I've set up in my hangar. I got a pretty big hangar. I got like a hangar where I can fit like 4 airplanes. It's huge. So I put a little corner in that hangar, and I put a green screen, and I put some cameras, and I'm trying to kind of figure out how to do this video. So bear with me if I really screw them up, but they're going to be funny at the beginning. But I will be giving information on fundamentals and what's going on for you guys. So all you got to do is follow me, and you'll get that.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, no problem. I enjoy it. It's just like rakeel. Like I said, I've been training for a long time. This is my passion. It's a lifestyle, right? It really is a lifestyle. And if you can share it with you guys, I'm more than happy to do that.
Yeah, I think when I first came here, I thought that like a trading lifestyle is like all like serious and professional and this and that. But then as I went into it more, I'm like, well, they're just like regular people with regular things to do, with regular goals, and it just gets better and better. Like once you really get good at this.
Man, I can't remember the last time I wore a tie being professional. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, except for weddings or funerals.
And not even then, man. I tell my wife, I don't wear those things anymore.
Oh, there you go.
So, but yeah. So people are asking, where can you watch my videos? Go to YouTube. I mean, not YouTube. Facebook at Pilot Traders, Instagram at Pilot Traders, and YouTube Pilot Traders. Go there, and I'll be posting those videos as well.
Let's see if this link works. Oh, nice, it's working. Oh, that was really cool. That one time you did a live while you were taking off.
Oh, did you like that?
Yeah,
I see that.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, I was watching. I was like, oh wow, this is sick.
Oh, I know, dude. It's so awesome. I love it so much. I mean, it's my happy place. 15,000 feet in the air is my happy place.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's landing in LA. Right there.
Yeah, see, so some traders drive Lambos and whatever, and some, they fly planes.
Yeah, I just drive a truck, man, an F-150 truck, but I fly my plane.
Oh, nice. Man, the new ones are sick.
Yeah.
The 150, like they've revamped the front design. It just looks much more meaner.
Yeah, I like the F-150, but see, where I live, I need it because it snows so much. I used to have an Audi, an A4.
Oh, yeah.
And when I first moved where I live and it snowed, I got stuck. I was like, no, this is not going to cut it, man. So I got my truck, and now I don't get stuck anymore.
Can you help us read the futures to tie them to spot market? Make better decisions. I think with futures, it just gives you, like, I'm not sure if I'm right or not, but like with futures, it gives you an overall, like, where it's expected to go.
Correct. So futures is more of a where you can actually take, let's say if you go short on the spot market and it goes against you, you can go long in futures and you can offset one or the other, right? So the futures markets, they move as fast as the spot market does. What's important to make the right decisions, man, guys, is fundamentals. Fundamentals. Knowing what's going on in the economy, in the political system, and technicals and technicals. Understanding what these candles are doing, where your zones are, where your support and resistance are at, and then looking at that, looking at the fundamentals, and then looking at what the dollar might be doing versus the economy or whatever's going on financially. You'll make right decisions. But again, don't do exactly as Raja says. Be right twice a day. Don't try to figure this out and try to be like, I gotta be right all the time. I gotta take the move from the top to the bottom. No, you don't. You gotta take a portion of that move, and you're good to go.
That's key. That's something which you said. That's just so awesome because like people want to take moves from top to the bottom.
Yeah, you can't.
Just to show everybody, but it's.
If you do that, you're gonna get screwed. You might be good a couple times, but one of the times you're gonna get screwed. So just let the market do its thing, confirm it with fundamentals, confirm it with technicals, take a portion of it, and go home. That's how I trade.
Oh wow, look at this. I googled top reasons why Forex traders fail and lose money. Overtrading.
Yeah.
Poor risk management. Unrealistic expectations.
Yep.
Flipping accounts, that's an unrealistic expectation.
If you think you're going to become Warren Buffett overnight, it's not going to happen, man.
No,
don't think that's going to happen.
This thing right here nails it on the head. And the funny thing is, like, people know this, but I've been trying to understand this. Like, people know this, and they still don't act on it. It's so weird.
I think I know why, and it's because, people see people living a lifestyle, and they want it, and it's, I want to do that. I want to travel. I want to have this car. I want to have this house, and they've done a couple trades and they've made money. It's like, man, this is where I can do it. I can do this. I can do that, right? And then they end up screwing up because everything takes time. Everything takes education, knowing, and and since I found, Ted and I, we have other businesses together, not together, but we do business in other areas. That's how I met Ted. But the fact that when he told me that he was doing this live stream and he introduced me to rakeel, and man, there's nothing out there in the trading world like this. So education is key, guys. You got to just learn it. Rakeel is very successful at what he does. Just, ride his coattails, I don't want to throw flowers at me, but I do pretty good at trading. I live off of it. I've been doing it for so long. Learn what you can.
How many years?
20.
20 years, nice.
Yeah, like if you look at this profile here, so this person is a currency investor, mentor, 21 years old. It's really easy not to believe this.
Yes, I agree with you there.
And then at the same time, like if you're very, very naive, it's really easy to just believe it as well.
Imagine he's been trading for 20 years and he's 21. He's, what, 1 year? Oh.
Look, I'm 48 years old, guys. I've been trading, since I was in my mid 20s, and I've lost a lot of money trading. I'm being honest with you guys, but I've learned. That's how I've learned.
Right.
The reason why I have airplanes is because it's something that I sacrificed for, because I love them. I love flying. It's my passion. Like some people, they have passions with boats or they have passion with whatever else. Flying is a passion for me, and that's why I have it. If I didn't have that passion, I wouldn't have planes, and I don't have Lambos, and I don't have a mansion. I have a decent home. You know, you live humbly. You know, the reason for my airplanes again is my passion. But when I see that kind of profile, I cringe at 21 years old. I mean, I have a 21-year-old son. I know how 21-year-olds act. So
yeah,
You know?
that's true. You be like, hey, you don't act like that all the time. That's
Yeah.
fake, son. What
I'm
are you
like,
doing?
hey man, if you're gonna do that, you're paying daddy now. You know.
Yeah.
He's-
Who is this person speaking about planes? Oh, his Instagram is right here at the bottom. David, he's been trading futures markets for 20 years, and I mean, just that experience like says a lot.
Yeah, like I said, I've burned accounts, guys. I've burned accounts. I don't think any trader that says they've traded and been successful from day one. I think they're full of it. I've burned accounts. I've seen traders burn accounts, and that's how you learn. FX Focus. My son takes his dates on a plane. Yeah, you know what? Planes do attract. Let me tell you. That's one of the things he's got.
Yeah.
Dad, can I take your airplane? I got a date. I don't know, buddy.
I don't know about that. Is there like a minimum age that you need to be to own or fly a plane by yourself independently?
So here in the United States, you got to be 17 to solo.
Oh.
Yeah. So
That's
you
good.
can learn. Like I'm teaching my daughter. My daughter's 15, so she flies up with me because she wants to be a pilot now. So she'll fly with me up in the cockpit, and I'm teaching her, and she can log it, but she cannot solo, which is one of the requirements. Though she's 17, but by the time she's 17, she'll be able to solo. That's how I started my 21-year-old.
Nice.
And to own an airplane, there's no requirements except for money. That's the requirement.
Yeah, that's true.
In Canada, it's a bit different. You can do your private at 16, and you need to be 18 for commercial.
Is it where in Canada?
Yeah, Canada. I'm an airline pilot by trade,
Yeah.
and yeah, you can start. You can even start flying at 14 if you want, but you can't get your license until you're 16.
Yeah, here it's 17 to solo. That's the new, and the FAA keeps changing regs. But I flew for the airlines for about a year, and I was like, I want to be home.
It's a different lifestyle, yeah.
A complete different lifestyle.
Yeah, it's nice to be home.
I mean, if you want to do that, that's not something. That's what I told my son too. You know, if you want to do that, that's a great lifestyle. It's a great career. It's just not for me. I tried it. And I like what I do. You know.
Yeah, it's better that way. In the beginning, it's not fun. Like, it took a long time to get to the airlines and move countries and move continents. And yeah, I moved back home in 2007, and I worked for a major since then.
Yeah. What do you fly?
A320.
Oh, nice. With a little side yoke, huh?
Yeah. I've been debating on going long haul, but I did that before, and it's not fun.
Yeah.
See, my perception is like when pilots do long hauls, it's all on autopilot, and they're just relaxing, chilling there.
It's the most boring part of the whole job.
Like nothing.
Well, think of looking at the ocean for like 6 hours at a time.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Dude, long hauls suck. They really do suck. And you know, it depends on the SOPs of the airline too, right? It was like, what was it, 5,000 feet, and then autopilot needed to go on. So.
No, we don't have that. Like I worked in Taiwan too for a while on the 747.
Yeah.
And there they had very strict SOPs, but here it's not as bad.
Yeah, it depends on the company. Each companies are different.
Yeah.
Somebody said gold shut down. It didn't really shut down. It just moved a little bit, guys. It's going to be range bound today.
Yeah, relax.
There was also you.
Yeah, dude. When I was flying in the airlines, that was the most boringest thing I've ever done in my life because it's the same thing over and over and over again. You go to the same spots, and then you go back to the same gate in the same airport 4 times that day. You're like, damn it, I'm tired of eating that same McDonald's from the same restaurant. You know?
That's the life of a short haul pilot.
Yeah, I've done the short hauls, and they suck.
They both, like, for me, 3.5 hours is what I like is for trip length, but
Well, that's awesome. What airline is it? Is it Canada Air that you fly for?
yeah. Yeah, there's only one carrier in Canada that flies here, but
Oh, and that's Canada Air. There you go.
yeah, Transat has them now, but we bought them out.
So another pilot in the stream. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, no, I've been flying since I was 19 years old, so it's been 23 years or so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But you have an airline pilot. I used to be an airline pilot, and now I fly my airplanes. But you can ask him. What would you rather do? Keep flying the airlines, or you want to have your own airplane and do whatever you want?
My own airplane.
Exactly. That's what I chose too. That's what I chose too. Piper Cherokee, look at that, 117,000. Ooh, Rakeel's gonna get his license, guys. He's gonna buy an airplane.
How reliable is this airplane?
Dude, I started with a Cherokee.
Oh,
Those are
okay.
very good airplanes. They're
I would
very
go with
good
what you
airplanes.
have. Navajos, I've flown Navajos for quite a while, and I like them. They're pretty
They're badass.
airplanes,
Yeah.
and don't overload them, and they're very safe.
Somebody's asking, what's the verdict on gold? It's going to be range bound today, guys. It's not going anywhere. So don't. I'm not in a trading gold at all today. I'm still in my crude trade. Trade. That's because I bought it so low, and I'm in options in the S&P 500. But gold, I'm not touching. It's going to be range bound. It's not moving much.
Yeah, I think Raja took a short position right now because
On gold? No.
yeah.
No, I mean, no. My last trade was like this GP CAD fuckery. That's it.
The day is beautiful for chit chatting, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Indices are kind of dead.
Yeah, I gotta do some shopping today.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what I'm gonna do.
So you're going for shopping an airplane?
Yeah, I have to get clothes for Dallas.
Oh
Yeah, I gotta buy some.
Man needs a new hat.
Yeah.
So guys, I'm gonna ask a question here for everybody that's on the YouTube channel and as well as in the live stream here with Zoom. I'm gonna set up a program where I'm gonna invite a few of you guys to come with me. We'll go fly somewhere fun, and we'll go do some learning on the trading. And then we'll also make a live video of it. And if Rakeel can come, man, he's obviously so invited, and so is Ted. So where would you guys like to go? And if so, how many of you would like to do a trip like that? And I'm going to make it where it's going to be a little bit out of your pocket with almost nothing. So anyways, if that's the case, let me know on Instagram or Facebook.
Asia, Japan.
I'm down to New Orleans.
How far can the plane travel in one go?
Yeah, come get me on down.
The Navajo, I can do about 3.5 hours in it.
Oh, that's not bad.
So, for example, from Salt Lake City to LA, I can be there in 3 hours, which is a great little trip.
David, come down to New Orleans.
Dude, I'm gonna do that. I gotta go for Mardi Gras. Hell yeah, I have to go down there.
Well, this weekend is Mardi Gras. So
I know it's not gonna happen this year, but maybe next year for sure. That's been on my bucket list to do Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras.
But I can't do it with my kids because that's gonna be crazy.
Well, that way you might know what they do when you're not around.
Yeah.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The true colors show up.
So here's the indices falling, and I have puts, which is what I want the market to do is fall. So it's doing a little bit of correction. So I was right on that. I think it's going to go down a little bit long, but I don't think it's going to move much today. It's going to move a little bit. And that's the cool thing about options. My risk is limited to whatever I bought it for. I can't lose any more. I like that.
So the risk is always set.
It's set, right? So for example, if I quote on an option, if I get quoted on an option, and it's going to cost me $2,000 for that option, as an example, right?
Yeah.
I can't lose any more than that. That's my max. If I purchase it.
Okay.
If I sell it.
So I was just going to say, sorry guys, I've got buy stops on gold. Just so you know.
Oh, nice.
Right. If I sell an option before I buy it, in other words, if I go short on it, then my limit is on risk. Then I have unlimited risk. Yeah, there's gold. It's going up because the indices are falling. But it's going to be range bound on both markets, I think.
So let's say like when you're trading, you can add risk, right? Can you do the same with options? Like as the option is open or running, you can add more risk to it?
I can buy more. Absolutely, you can. And here's the cool part about it, right? It's based on the strike price. So let's say that right now on gold, I can do an option. Let's say it's trading in futures anyway. It's trading at 16,213. Let's say I do a price of 16,300 on my strike price, saying it's going to go up that high, and then I can and then that option expires in a week. I can say, well, I want another option that expires in 3 weeks. I can go long on it, in other words, buy a call at a different strike price. So I can set my risk however I want, get into as many entries as I want in the same marketplace, and go short and long, and that's the beauty of it. And that's why there's a lot of strategies within options that are very, very good. And as long as the market hits a certain point, you can lock in your profit, and then it doesn't matter what the market does at that point. You're profitable.
So
and I'm going to teach those strategies.
Yeah. So like, why is the price at 1623 or wherever it is, and the spot market is at 1618?
Because it's futures. So I'm trading the April contract in gold. So for example, if I were to buy an actual futures contract in gold right now in April, and I sell it at 16,200, and in April the market goes down, I've made money, right? If I buy it and then by April turns around and the gold is higher, then I've made money, and vice versa. If it's lower, then I've lost money. So I'm actually buying a contract to buy gold in April for this price.
Okay, so it's like you're buying an agreement that you will purchase gold in April.
Correct. That is correct, at this price.
So that is at 1623.
Right now it is at 1620. Yep.
So that's going to get activated in April.
So for example, if I don't exit my trade in the futures market, I will get gold in my doorstep for that particular contract. Yep.
I don't get it.
You don't get it? So when that contract expires in April,
yeah,
I sign an agreement that I'm going to buy that gold at that price. So if I don't do a sell order and I just buy a buy order, I will get gold in my doorstep. I will get delivered the actual commodity.
Okay, so you're basically betting on that gold is going to be above the price you bought the contract at?
Right. So I have to sell the contract.
Okay.
Now, when you talk about, so he bought the option to buy gold. Yeah, an option, if you let it expire, you don't exercise the option is different. We're not talking about an option now. We're talking about an underlying futures contract. So if you buy a futures contract for gold in this example, and you don't sell it, and I'm buying the April contract, I will be deliverable, or I will get delivered the actual commodity. But the broker will let you know you need to sell your contract or you're gonna get delivered. So they will advise you.
So what if in April price of gold is at 1600?
Say that again.
So how much does that contract cost?
So per contract in gold is about $100,000.
Okay.
So you will be indebted, and that's why in futures you got to have a lot of money in your account.
So someone with a $10,000 account can't start to trade futures.
You can, because now you have what's called micro markets.
Okay.
And the micro markets are a quarter of what the actual contract is.
Right. And whichever point the price would be on gold, you're going to get that back if you choose to sell.
Correct. So there's a lot of questions that are coming up on the YouTube channel. And a CFD, well, a futures contract is exactly that. You're buying a commodity, or you're buying a stock, or you're buying whatever you're buying for that particular date, for April in this case. I'm trading April. If you don't sell it, yes, you will get delivered. You will get delivered. There's other options before you get delivered, and your broker will call you and will give you options. Hey, you're going to get delivered this particular commodity or whatever you've bought. So these are the options. You can sell this now, or you can roll that into a different contract, and so forth. They will give you those options. But the actual thing is, you will get delivered whatever you purchased at that particular time. That's what a futures contract is. Because a lot of people are saying, that's not what a futures contract is. It is. I mean, it's an agreement to buy a commodity or to buy something in April. If I'm trading the April contract, that's when that contract expires.
So let's say that. So where's the risk? Like, how do I lose?
So, okay, let's go over on a simple. I'm gonna do this very simple.
Okay.
Let's pretend that
you can share your screen if you want.
Well, yeah, but I just can't.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing for me to show you on the screen.
Okay.
Just picture that you're Walmart, okay, and you sell goods, right? And your concern is, what's the price of my goods, right? You want the price of my goods to stay low. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, right, because you're going to sell them in the retail market. And I'm going to be a manufacturer of whatever. Let's say I'm a manufacturer of TVs, right? And I want to lock in the price of my goods at a higher price, okay? So you, Walmart, are going to come to me and say, look, I will agree to buy 10,000 TVs from you in April for $10 a TV. Now you've got that priced in. You are set. Now you can do your business. You can go to Walmart. Now you can put those TVs in Walmart, and you can say, I'm going to sell those at $12 or $15, and you can make your profit. But what happens during January and April, as an example, okay, let's say that the price of those TVs have gone up, okay, now you, okay, are going to make money. And the manufacturer is going to say, damn it, I should actually sell them at a higher price, but I can't. I have an agreement with Walmart. I got to sell them at $10. I can't sell them at $15 anymore. So now Walmart comes back to you, or the manufacturer goes back to you, rakeel, and says, look, instead of me delivering the TVs to you, let me just give you the difference between what the TVs are worth and what you decided you wanted to buy, which in this case would be, I don't know, $100, $200, and let's just call it even, and let's cancel the contract.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
Or you can say, I'll buy the TVs at $10, and you still have to honor the contract, because that's what you've done. You've bought that futures contract. And that's what a futures contract is. It's exactly that.
So if the price goes down, then you've
made out.
No, then you pay from your pocket.
If you're Walmart, yeah. If you're Walmart in this case, if the price goes down, you've paid too much for the TV. And the contract is the opposite. Now you can go to the manufacturer and say, hey, instead of me buying those TVs, let me just give you the difference in price of the agreement, and let's call it even, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. So up front, you're not paying anything.
No, you're not paying anything. You're just buying and selling.
Oh, but you're like showing them, hey, look, I have the money, which is like, your trading account. And okay,
Correct.
yeah, I get it. I get it now.
Correct. But that's what a futures contract is, right? So what happens with the spot market in gold, for example? Where are you at in gold right now? What's the price at spot?
16.50.
Okay, I'm 16.19 right now, right, for the April agreement. So I can now buy a contract in gold and say 16.19. That's what I'm going to decide. I'm going to buy this contract now. Okay. If in April the gold goes down to 1,500, I've lost money, man.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, exactly. That's what, in essence, what a futures contract is. But since you're trading, you're in and out, in and out, in and out. So it doesn't matter.
So
you don't, right?
Yeah. So let's say that by April price is falling down, and it's going to go down. So can you cancel the contract?
Yes. And that's the cool part about trading, right? Now that the futures you're trading, you cancel the contract by, if you go short, then you buy it, or if you go long, then you sell it. So now I'm canceling that contract at a particular price, and I'm going to take my loss at that point or my gain.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense now.
I think there was a good example of it with in a book I read with Ray Dalio's book on principles, because I think they did it with the chicken McNugget to keep the price stable.
Yeah.
So he set a fixed price for the feed suppliers, fixed price for the poultry suppliers, and a fixed price for McDonald's. So they all had futures contracts set, and like nobody, on the whole, everybody won. But even if the price went up or down, and you got the fluctuation, in the long run, everybody made some profit. Although 1 year would be a bit less, 1 year a bit more. So it helps to stabilize the price.
Correct. And that's exactly what futures contracts does in the marketplace. It stabilizes the price point so it doesn't go up so high or so low. Where now a retail store, in this case with the McNuggets, you're just so out of it that, man, I'm going to lose for the next 8 months now, right? You're stabilized more your price points. That's exactly what a futures contract does. You know who does that a lot is the airlines. They do that with crude oil. Because now, when crude oil was low, they got bought by the airline. The airlines were buying like crazy, offsetting their fuel prices. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, absolutely does, and also I think there's it's one thing I kind of figured out from the I think it was last week. I think something you said in Europe it's all in USD, because in Europe you've got the EU having like sort of restrictions on how much people can produce and bits and bobs, and it stabilizes it that way, doesn't it? Whereas I think in the US you have much more open market, and so these futures contracts are there. Is that right?
That is correct. That is correct.
Okay, yeah.
That is correct. Yeah, because otherwise, guys, price can go all over the place, and you can start doing all these, price wars and market wars and cold wars between countries, and things can get really ugly for us, for the consumers, right? This is one way to really stabilize the economy all over the world, if that makes any sense. So that's why futures are very, very important. I've been seeing some comments on the YouTube, it is complicated. Yes, guys, it is complicated in a way, but once you understand it, it's very important for your trading, even for your Forex trading, because it's going to determine price fluctuation for products, goods, and services will determine price of the currency in that particular country as well. It's very, very important to know. And all this doesn't happen in 1 day, in 1 week, in 3 weeks. It happens with learning about it, research it, Google it, guys, do it. It's very important that you do that, and understanding the correlation between money, finance, product, business, and the political arena. That is what trading does. That's what professional traders do. And that's how you can be more right than wrong. But I think just like anything else, right? You start in the first grade and you move on. You just slowly learn it.
I think also, like when I was reading up on it, the terminology is quite dry. So it's like thetas and betas and all this kind of stuff. And I was looking at it, and it's sort of going over your head straight away. And to get like a real life practical application, that's quite hard to put it into context. You know,
you talking about for options?
Yeah, for options.
Yes, options is another complicated instrument, but very, very important for your trading. Very, very important for your trading. And you know, we have another pilot here in the stream, and I know he can confirm this. And please do. You know, here as pilots, a good pilot is always learning. There's never nothing you cannot learn. Guys, a good trader is always learning. There's nothing that you cannot learn. And you should always learn more about trading, more about what affects the markets and why. Because the more you understand why the market's affected, okay, the more you will know how to trade, the more confident you'll be in your trade, the more perfect your trade setups will be. The less you understand the way and why the markets move, the more nervous, emotional, and psychological you're going to be on your trade, because you have no freaking idea why the market's moving the way it is. If that makes any sense. That's why it's so important to be an all-around trader. Technical, fundamental, understanding options, understanding futures, understanding Forex, understanding derivatives, understanding everything. And it's not something you can understand tomorrow, but little by little, drop by drop. It's very important to learn slowly.
You have this open calc key.
I'm sorry?
Oh no, that was just a video.
Oh.
Yeah, but you're 100% right. Like at first, the process seems really, really slow because you're taking it day by day, just absorbing every information. And it's a very, very slow and tedious process.
Yes. And just because you're listening to it now and you're not understanding it, don't worry about it. Because one day you'll come into the stream and you're like, I got it. I understand it, right? Just keep listening to it. And keep researching, keep Googling, buy books, look at videos, and understand what these things are. It's important that you do that because you'll understand movements of markets. Kubli Zora, that is correct. Yeah, and you're correct on the options. That is the basic. That is the basic what a future contract is and what an option is. So you got it.
Selling GJ yet? Question mark. Well, it's coming close to that time, but we'll see what can be done because this is something that I was watching this morning for it to happen, and it's kind of like coming to fruition. So let's see how this closes. Because if it does go down, then it's going to be a 4-hour wick fill, and this 4-hour wick fill is what, 20 pips? If you look at on the 1 hour, candle is bullish, 30-minute candle. 30-minute needs to close bearish. If it closes bearish, we've created a mini resistance. And that mini resistance would mean that now we should come down and retest the low created here.
Yeah, you see, guys, that gold hasn't really moved that much. It's just in that range. It's not moving today. And the indices is in a very small range. It's not moving that much either. I am expecting the indices to go down at least 5 points in the next week and a half. That's why I've bought puts, and put is an option for the market to go down. And I have time for that to expire, so I'm good there. But that will happen, and then the gold will go up more when that happens. That's what I'm expecting from what I'm seeing from my analysis, fundamentally and technically. So, and I'm not always right either. We're traders. We're not magicians. It doesn't always happen, but that's what I'm expecting.
Yeah, like this one over here. expecting a buy stop, but if it closes bearish, then yes, right, you should probably remove the buy stop. But it's gold, and with all these uncertainties looming around, you never know.
Yeah, never know. Election years in the United States, you got to be on top of your trading, because these politicians, they can go on stage and say something, and there you go. So you got to be on top of it.
So this is a good question, something that was in my mind too. Like, how do you manage risk in options and futures?
So the way that I manage risk, there's many ways of managing risks in futures. Futures, the reason why you need to have a lot of money in your account is because, let's say that something happens and the market just dumps, goes completely the opposite your way, it can enter your account, no matter if you have $1 million in there or not. And that's why futures trading is a risky endeavor. You just have to be able to manage it. So the way that I manage risk is if I buy, for example, what I did in crude, I bought a contract, an underlying futures contract, super low. But then what I did is I sold a call to offset that futures contract. So if the market went one way or the other, I was making money one way, I was making money the other way. But because my strike price on that options was far away, that option was not moving as fast as the market, if that made any sense. So I offsetted one trade with the other. And that's how I manage that risk.
Oh, kind of like hedging.
Hedging, yes, that's the right word.
Just made 15 pips on GJ on that drop.
Nice.
I was gonna say there was your trade right there, Arshad.
Yeah, I got
just
that too.
One position though. But I closed all the way at the bottom. I closed at 143,915.
Oh, I got it at 934.
Nice one. And my entry was on 144.80.
Oh, nice. I remember my friend paid off student loan on election night. Oh yeah, with elections, a lot of people made a lot of money with elections. Like, remember we were watching at USD JPY, it dropped down and then it just kept running. When were they? 2018 was it? No, it's 2017.
When the U.S. hit a recession back in, you guys remember 2008, that big recession?
No.
That the U.S. hit? The S&P 500, like for example today, the S&P 500 is at a 3381, 3,381. Back in 2008, the S&P 500 hit 600 or 606 something. So, yeah, it was really low, and it just kept dumping and dumping and dumping and dumping. So I made so much money during that recession because all I did was short in big lots, and I just let the market run and run and run and run and run.
So what was it like when that was happening? Like, how do you know that, oh shit, something's happening here?
Fundamentals, Bear Stearns goes out of business. All these people were going into jail. That had to do with brokers and it had to do with Wall Street. Yeah, short the market because it's coming down. If they were market makers and they're going bankrupt and they're going to jail, people are taking their money out of the markets. It's coming down. So that's what I did. I just shorted.
Yeah, that really fascinated me because I started to learn about Forex and then started to read about this crash in detail and started to think that why didn't anyone sell? Like, why were they all holding and saying, no, it's going to turn around, it's dropping.
Because that's what the brokers were selling to their clients, saying, hold it, because if more people were taking money out of the market, the brokers were going to lose out. But I just kept shorting. I just shorted the market nonstop. And I made tons of money.
Wow, that's
tons
crazy.
Of money. So somebody mentioned the S&P is choppy. Yeah, it's going to be choppy all day today. So it's going to be going up and down, very range bound.
Damn, the market crash. Wow. Yeah, I always thought about that. Like, wow, how can someone see now? That goes back to the point. Like, no matter how experienced you are, you're still gonna hold and pray that okay, it's gonna turn around.
Yep. Because you really don't want to lose money.
Yeah. And you end up losing more.
Yeah, you end up losing more.
That's the
That's
crazy part.
exactly right.
You don't want to lose it, but you're losing more. So is it a good guide to look at the futures market for say gold and use that for trading gold in the now? I think
No.
it's
No.
more about fundamentally knowing what's happening.
Yes, correct. It's fundamentally knowing what's happening and technically understanding the charts.
Yeah, I had this bad habit. So what I started to do was I started to look at gold, and based on what gold was doing, I would trade USD JPY. Because in my mind, I was like, well, they're inversely correlated, so they have to do opposite things 100% of the time. And that didn't turn out well.
And market correlation is important because that way you can know what markets to trade. Because some days, some markets you trade, others you don't.
Someone asked a question, how do you know gold and indices will range today? From what I know is that there might be some sort of a movement with the NYC Open, but just by looking at how much gold has moved in the past 2-3 days, it's just a hunch that okay, it might start to range, and if there's no move after, let's say, London close, then we move into the lunchtime at New York slowly, and that's when the volume dies down. So that's my thought on how it's just should just range.
Yeah. Our cats, as is, were you primarily shorting futures instruments at that time? Yes. I was doing back in the time I was trading the Russell 2000 and just shorting it. I was trading the S&P 500 and just shorting it, and trading the NASDAQ and just shorting it. That was back in the day.
Oh, Russell 2000 at 1700.
Yeah, there's not that much movement on it as it was back then. The Russell 2000, that indices closed for a while after the crash, and then it reopened.
Euro USD is flying. Oh, because Euro is getting strong. Oh wow, Euro. This was a perfect trade here. Straight up to fill that range. Bullish market structure, 4-hour bullish. Everything's bullish. Yeah, those are the trades I like. Price makes a high, comes down, creates a support, and continues moving. Euro New Zealand doesn't get affected by Euro USD though, right? No, I think you need to look at, if you look at Euro New Zealand, there is New Zealand with Euro. If you look at Euro USD, there's USD with Euro. So Euro USD and Euro New Zealand, they're going to move a little bit differently in the New York session because one pair is being influenced by only one currency and the other one is being influenced by two currencies. Oh, what's this? GU is close to two gaps. It's time to maybe look for a long runner. Also DXY. Yeah, I think you'll need to see some bullish, like a bullish 4-hour or some support forming here, which can support your idea of a buy. You see what I did there? Like, you need a support forming so it can support your buying idea. You know, a trade is like a housefly. You know, when the market is moving really, really fast, and if you miss it, you miss it. That's it. I see people just keep looking at it like, oh man, it's just gone. It's like a housefly. You know, when a housefly comes around, you like swap it or smack it or whatever you want to do, and then you just forget about it. You don't constantly think about it, like, oh, that fly ruined my whole day. You know, you just move on. A trade should be like that. When it comes, like this seller came down, closed it, and that's it, done. Now, if you're looking for sells, you're looking for like a bearish confirmation or like some sort of resistance forming to take another sell. But this one here, it's donezo. You need to just forget about it. You need to show no emotion. Most people lose because they're too emotional. They're emotional, they get frustrated. Like if you're getting frustrated with the markets, you need to take a break or you need to maybe find something else to do. What's this over here? Oh, GJ. Support formed in the 15 minute, weaker support than the 30 minute. Yep, I wouldn't have taken the trade here because, you know, 15 minute was a weaker support. I actually saw this candle close and then I saw this, okay, like, you know, there could be a move up, but then I didn't take it because I already made up my mind that if a sell appears, I'm going to take a sell instead of a buy. So that's why, you know, I ignored this movement. I saw this movement up as like an opportunity. Okay, like, you know what, there might be a sell going back down to this low. Whether it happens with one candle like this or it happens with one or two candles. So it just happened with one candle. So when it started to break the low of the 15 minutes, that's when I entered at around 144.70, 73. So someone's snoring over there.
Yeah, it's David.
It's me? What am I doing?
Oh.
No,
no, it's someone else.
No, that's Carlo. I think it's Carlo. Honestly.
Carlo.
Nah, that's Tin Man. No,
Somebody fell asleep.
Don't lie, Tin Man.
Nah, it ain't me. My microphone was turned up.
Oh, it's Tin Man. It was Tin Man. Ten, you have to verify you were not snoring. Oh wow, this is a very risky trade. Your New Zealand hit daily high, most likely drop more in Asian session. So you're expecting it to drop all the way down over here? See, this is the example of, oh, I'm going to sell the top and then I'm going to close at the bottom.
Yeah. And you can get caught.
Yeah.
In a very bad scenario.
Yeah. What about this support over here? What about this? I don't know if you explain how you run your last GJ trade. What made you open trade and click trade? So when this price was coming down to 144.073, and in my mind I was thinking, man, okay, I'm gonna wait for this candle to close, and then on the next candle I'll take a sell and we'll go all the way back down, and then I'm gonna have a winning trade. But then at the same time I thought about it like, okay, there's like maybe 5 minutes left for this to close. What if it just shoots down with one big candle? You know, so I'm like, okay, awesome. So maybe I would just hit sell. So I opened a sell, had my stop right over here, and it just shot down with one big candle. I'm like, oh shit, okay. And then I closed right over here around like 9:30. Actually, it went down, but I didn't close here, so I waited and closed up here. Yeah, so there were like 5 minutes left, 2-3 minutes left. So I was betting on the fact that okay, there's a very high chance that this will close bearish, and I might as well get an entry here. Because that's what I waited for the whole morning. Like if you were here in the morning, I talked about, okay, it came down, I'm gonna wait for a price to show some bearish signs here to take a sell. So I waited.
Yep.
Yeah. Look at GBP CAD. Oh yeah, GP CAD just did a retest here to continue falling. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna keep falling here. See, this is where you look at the Chinese indicator. Now, see, price action wise, this makes sense for it to continue moving down, right? So when you go to the Chinese indicator, right over here, you open them up, you see that the pound is weak and the CAD is strong. So this means this is an indication that they believe that this pair should go down. So when we use our brains here and when we look at the price action, it just makes sense here that, okay, yeah, this makes sense for it to continue moving down. And if you want to get more technical, we can get even more technical over here. Now, we're going to use some fancy things here. So now, price broke this support. No, actually, this candle went bearish, created resistance here, this broke out of it, this came back inside, closed below all these candles here to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, and now this one potentially did a retest to possibly now continue moving bearish. Are you serious with the Chinese indicator? Yes, because most times it doesn't work. The Chinese indicator. What's this? Oh, your JPY. Nice. Very nice. Had a price stop. Beautiful. That's Mac opening and closing position.
There's Mac.
I knew it, man.
There's Mac.
This guy.
I'm setting up, bro. I'm setting up limits. Oh my god, I gotta mute myself for everything, bro. Oh my god, I'm gonna send you a screenshot of limits. I think I'm opening positions like crazy. Yeah, but would have been I had like maybe like 50 trades open right now.
We're 15 minutes away from the New York Open, and everything is stalled out, guys. It really is.
Yeah.
It hit new highs. Nothing is moving. And gold, yeah, gold is super range bound too. So, you know, when the markets are doing this and they stall out and they become range bound, it is a dangerous place for you guys to trade because it can whiplash you until your account is at zero. So just be careful.
Yeah. You take a buy, it goes down. You're like, oh shit, it's a sell. You take a sell, and at the end of the day, you look at it, you're like, oh man, it just ranged the whole day.
Exactly, but you get so nervous, right?
Yeah.
It's so emotional. You get out of the trade. You're like, damn it, I would have made money.
Yeah. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah. So, and that's why I love what you guys have done with this stream, man, because it really helps everybody that's on here, and you really have an open mind and really want to learn. Guys, you can really make money. You can make money trading every day if you just pay attention. That's all you got to do. Pay attention. You don't have to know it all. You don't have to understand everything yet. Just pay attention, learn, have an open mind. And you know what? And don't criticize. Some of these guys that I've been seeing out here, you're criticizing, you know, positive. I really believe in energy and positive energy. If you throw out some shitty negative energy, then your trades are going to be shitty and negative and you'll lose your ass off. If you throw out positive energy and you have an open mind, you're going to be successful at whatever you do, not just trading, whatever you do.
Is it safe to sell gold now? Well, if you know what your risk is, just do whatever you want. But my trading day ended after that GJ sell.
I'll give you a little bit analysis on gold if you're so interested on gold. Gold might come down a little bit, not too much, but it's going to be range bound and it's going to come right back up, guys. So if you want to sell it, be really careful. It's not a trade that I would take for sure. I'm not in it, and I would not take it. But if you really want to do it, you might get a few ticks out of it, and but be careful because it could spike back up.
Yeah, it's got a strong support right now.
Yeah, it does. If you look at the 4-hour chart, it might come down to, yeah, it might come down about 5 to 10 ticks more, and then support it there, and then right back up. So it might come down just a bit more, but it's going to come back up. So I'd be really careful with it. It's not a trade where it's a comfortable trade for me. Okay, I'm being honest.
People are clicking sells in the background. Oh shit! Okay, sell.
Yeah.
Oh, guys are saying David is so calm. I'm like, give David a month.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, holy shit, these people are the same. Do market always fills gaps? No. Markets don't always fill gaps. I've seen market make a gap and come back to the gap after like 2 months. I think it was last year sometime when they had the French elections over the weekend, and all yen pairs gapped up 100 pips. 100 pips. And they came back down, filled the gap after 2 months. Consensus on oil, Wicks don't lie, and David. Well, gas is always expensive.
Right. I'm going to tell you what oil is doing. So oil has hit a high. It's at 50. I'm talking about futures now, not spot. It's at about 54 right now. It's stalled out where it's at. I'm in it, and I'm getting ready to sell right here and take my profits. And then I'm going to wait. I think it's going to come back down to about 52 something, and then I'm going to take another buy there. So if you're going to take a buy now, I would not, because I'm about to sell it off. Just wait till it gets to about 52.
Oh. Potential price for hit for week 2, 1654. Yeah, makes sense. Coronavirus move phase. Yeah. But where are you going to take your entries? Because this analysis is awesome. Now you just got to break it down like, okay, where are you going to take your entry? Where is your stop is going to be? That's the most important part. And GP CAD is falling here. See, Chinese indicator works.
Yes, I always wait for oil inventory numbers.
On Wednesday, right?
And then I make my decision after that. So I do scalp the market. This is the question was, David, would you class yourself as a scalper or more of a long-term trader? I do scalp the market. That's my main form of trading, but I do a little bit of swing trading with options. With options combined with futures contract, I'll wait a week or two if I know the market's going to hit a certain price. But for the most part, I do scalp it.
Yeah. What up?
Yes, I do have Instagram. It's at Pilot Traders.
No.
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Pilot Traders.
David, are you a millionaire? What's these
I
questions?
know.
How do these questions help you?
Chinese indicator is on point. Kika is falling. Wow.
Let me put it to you this way: I've seen millions of dollars come through my accounts. How's that? I won't go any further than that. Some of these questions are hard, man. How do I, how
I
do you
know.
answer those things?
That's what I'm saying. Give it a month, and David is gonna be like, "Yo, listen, you guys need to chill out."
So sell 54.31 for oil. That could be a good sell. You could get a little bit out of it, but I would be careful because it could come back up. So just be very cautious on that trade. I wish you were my dad. Am I single? I've been married for 22 years, have 5 kids. That's how single I am.
Oh wow!
Welcome to the club. I have 3.
8? What?
No. 3.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, see that? GP CAD. So we referenced the Chinese indicator, and we also referenced the price, and it nice move now. I didn't take it though, and there's no FOMO either because this is something you can anticipate and just watch.
I'm gonna close.
So DXY is a US dollar indicator. The dollar is going stronger. The financial system in the United States is strong. So just expect that. And as you can see, the correlation is the US dollar euro market or pair in the Forex. The euro has dropped considerably. So just take that in consideration. Oil long since 52.50. Good trade. Just be careful. It's going to start coming down a little bit. And I'm going to take a buy around that area as well once it comes down. Don't forget Uncle Ted, man. He is really good at what he does. We all have our different expertise. So, and I'm not Uncle David, man. I don't want to be an uncle. Yeah, that's very possible. 54.25, 54.50 before drop off. I'm going to agree with that. Very, very possible. It could do that. Just watch it. But it is going to drop off to about 52 something, and that's what I'm waiting for. On oil. This is crude oil. I've been trading for about 20 years. I've been in this industry for a long, long time. I don't trade the inventory numbers because crude oil moves so fast and so quick, it can whiplash you quite a bit. So I just wait until an opportunity and a setup happens in oil where I'm very comfortable with it. So I've been profitable for a long time. It does take time, and even though you could be profitable within the first year, you can make mistakes in the second year and not be profitable. Listen, ego is a bad thing in trading, like in many things. And if you think that just because you've been profitable for 5 months, 6 months, and now you can't lose, that's not true. So just understand that you got to keep your ego in your pocket. Don't take it out, and just listen to the fundamentals, listen to the technicals, and you have people on the stream here to help you. So just listen to that. And ego has nowhere to go in this industry. I am in a sell. I'm in puts, in options in the S&P 500. The news that affect oil is definitely oil inventory reports that come out. Any financial stress, any wars in the Middle East will affect oil. Any potential issues, war issues, economic issues in Europe, Middle East, America will affect oil. Oil is a very fundamental market. I have not traded those pairs in conjunction with oil. I do it with options, and I do it with indices. You do it with reports. Before the internet, you did it with reports. You did it with brokers. And you did it over the phone. You did a lot of stuff over the phone. All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta take my kids to school. It's been a very cool day talking to all of you today.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you later, man.
Take care,
All
man.
right, take care,
Take care,
guys.
man. Bye-bye.
See you, Rakeel. Bye.
Then the G-Cat said was...
Raja, where are you going, man? Where are you? Having coffee?
Probably got his mic muted.
No. Raja. Come.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out too. Be safe.
Okay, Macarroña.
See you later,
Cuídate,
man.
loco.
Okay.
I'm gonna head out too, guys. See you later.
All right, mate. Take care.
Take care, man.
So if you see GP CAD has dropped nicely now.
Yeah, man. I just got 10 pips on that movement. I closed earlier.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
That's a nice trade.
Yeah, it was a pretty chill day for trading.
So
Why?
to Dallas tomorrow, Raja?
No, I'm flying out tonight.
Oh, tonight.
Yeah, tonight I'm flying out. I'll get there by 9:30.
Nice.
Yeah. Gonna have some dinner and then the weekend starts. I think GP CAD here would be the highlight of the day here today.
Yes, sir.
A tutorial on how to use the Chinese indicator.
Yeah, I know. I trust Chinese indicator.
Why is pound so weak? Pound is not weak. CAD is just too strong. Because look, if pound was weak, GJ would drop as well. And GA is dropping here too. Yeah, I don't know. Wow. GCAD is still going. I think this entry was too early. Just had to consolidate here a little bit. Almost a 30 pip call here.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that GCAD pips are worth less?
Yeah,
Right?
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Kerwin, I'm gonna head off. I'll see you.
Okay, brother.
I'll see you in
Be safe.
March.
Hope you have fun in Dallas.
Yep.
Send some pictures.
Yes, I'm gonna be a tourist in Dallas. Let's see what
At
happens.
least you're gonna have nice weather over there.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. Let's see what the weather is there today.
Hey, Raja.
Hey.
It's Frankie, bro.
Hey, Frankie.
What's going on, man?
Good. Hey, if you're free tonight, let's go for like with some drinks or
Okay.
dinner.
Yeah, are you gonna be in at 9:30 your time, or because it's an hour behind? We're an hour behind. Yeah. So if it's your time, it's gonna be at 9:30.
9:30 your time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 9:30 your time.
I'll get in touch with you here because I'm about to drop off my little girl at school.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. All right, brother. I'll see you soon.
All right, man.
All right.
What's this? It's kind of cold down here in Dallas. It's not cold at all in Dallas, man.
No, that's not cold for Raja, right?
Mississauga weather. Yeah, this is cold. -10.
That's cool.
19, 14 degrees. Yeah, that's cold. Oh, we're getting nice weather soon. 34 degrees. What's 34 degrees in Celsius? Oh, 1. Yeah, that's pretty good. For Kerwin, that's probably pretty cold in Miami, right? 34
Oh, yeah,
degrees.
definitely. We never get like 40 degrees here.
Oh, wow.
Right now, temperature here in Miami is around 81, 82 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, all year round.
Yo, you're still here. I thought you'd all gone.
Who?
You lot, I thought you'd be done.
No, we're here.
No, man, you were
Man,
sleeping.
You're doing overtime, man.
Yeah, we're doing overtime today. YouTube's going to pay me more now.
I didn't realise, man.
Yeah.
I went for a coffee. I thought, oh, they'll be done by now.
All right, take care. Yeah, I'm going to leave now.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
See you guys.
Cheers, man.
Take care, Raja. Take care.
Take care, bro.
Everybody. Love you all.
Love you. Shukriya.